Yay!
Yay!
Hopefully people should hear and see us.
Maze.
If not, that's their problem. Right, hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a while, but we're here. We're going to continue on with session 3. 3, yes.
Yes.
Of our adventures in the domain of Prismere. Prison ear.
Go find 7 ears.
Yeah, go and find 7 ears, yeah. Whatever the... that person. But I don't even know why we're here.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't.
I'm just along for the ride.
You sure you don't know why we're here?
Because we're here. We're here because we're here. Yeah.
Yep.
It's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with any of that. Carry on. Take it away, Roz.
Okay, so it's obviously been a couple of weeks since we last played, so I thought I'd start with a little bit of a catch-up for that are you playing and those at home. So, as some of you will remember, you responded to an advert seeking adventurers, offering generous rewards. You went to go meet an old warlock who offered to exchange all of his worldly possessions for ensuring that his patron is safe again. His patron is Zebelnir, who you've rechristened to be Seven Ears, among other things, and she is the ruler of the Prismere. In order to travel to the Prismere, you had to go to the WitchLight Carnival. You failed to find the entrance to the Prismere and had to be bailed out.
We failed to fall for the entrance.
We had so much fun. We were just having fun.
You did have a very enjoyable day at the
I
carnival.
was crowned king, that's all I needed to know.
You managed to, as a Harrington, you managed to out-eat a half-orc. Won the poetry contest. Your Fire Genasi druid won a snails race.
Of course.
You-
Those other options.
You went through the mirror. You ended up in the Prismere along the Queen's Walkway. You travelled down onto the sort of the main level of the Prismere, realising very quickly that it was very boggy and swampy. You got mugged by some rabbits. You followed a crashing balloon. You found that the wells were regurgitating water, sort of causing the tidal effect that's happening in the hither. You managed to find the crashed balloon. You found a silver cage with a fairy dragon in it. You found a hill in which a goblin lived. The hill moves. The goblin had the key to the cage.
A lot of things here move. I'm sensing the pattern. The hill moves. The
trees.
inn moves. The trees move.
You move. The water level moves.
You can't have to.
You freed Sir Talvar, the fairy dragon, sent him on his way to go report back to the Summer Queen, who is another ruler, of a different plane of the Prismere. You continued exploring the hither. You found some more talkative trees. You found a tree that had a raft that was built out of one of his saplings that you
the
decided
baby raft.
We still have
to christen
his
Frank.
child. Yep.
Then you came across the inn at the end of the road, which is quite famous for the fact that it walks and has a lot of legs.
Just do you want to bring that bag into the room, the green bag, and then we'll close the door so that.
I'll do it just so she's not there.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I've got everything open.
If you're unaware, it's rather hot here and we're trying to control the temperature.
I just want to put the green bag in front of the door, it then won't blow open in the breeze because the rest of the house is open.
All good?
You stayed the night in the inn at the end of the road, so we will pick the adventure back up in the morning.
And apparently we're on a new part of the end of the road.
The inn has moved during the night, yes.
Somewhere.
But we still have our raft Frank.
And it's currently tied up at the back of the inn.
Yes, I do remember
He's on the back porch.
that. And out of all of that, this is not typical for the Feywilds.
Bits of it are, bits of it aren't.
Yes.
It's the Feywild. There is
Who's
no
to say
typical-
what's normal?
Yeah.
So, we wake up, breakfast.
Sure. Second breakfast.
Sorry, I thought that was your name.
Hang on a minute. This ain't a bath.
Why are there carrots and seasonings in here? Flashbacks to the last time I had a Harrington in a campaign.
It's not the one that I'm thinking of, is it?
Don't think you were in that campaign.
You weren't in that campaign.
No, you weren't in that campaign.
Let's just not discuss his fate.
No. So,
I know. Yeah, I was there. Minotaur.
yep.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on,
Yep.
you wake up. There is the option of breakfast in the tavern. What
Why wouldn't we? We'll have breakfast because
Oh yeah.
there's no point in it. But there's no guarantee there's going to be any more food out there.
Yeah.
So
We'll have a hearty
Gorge.
breakfast,
gorge yourselves. Plenty of liquids, plenty of fluids.
and then we'll be the rest of the. Oh.
Heartburn and indigestion will
Yeah.
chronically set
I'm a
in.
world champion eater. I'm fine.
I just won't give him a bit. Heartburn. No, sorry, wrong spell.
But surely you always have heartburn.
Well,
Your heart's
yes.
literally on fire.
That'd be the opposite, wouldn't it? The cooling effect, you know.
Yeah. it's just-
Yeah, Gaviscon will be dangerous to you. 10 common ways to poison a fire genasi.
Camera's gone complete. Oh no, it's tool action.
Quick, give him some butane and some lighter fluid.
So, where are we when we exit the? Well, we'll go and get Frank off of the back porch.
Yeah. So you will. It appears to sort of largely move in
Yeah.
circles in the night. You are sort of where you
Yeah,
are.
because they're stuck in this portion, aren't they? Because
Yeah.
normally they travel the entire.
So both the inn and the hill are stuck in the hither,
Yeah.
but previously both of them had free reign
around the
over
whole
the
of prison.
Pismir,
Yeah.
which is
That's why
somewhat.
everybody's helping us. Because they want their freedom back.
Yeah. No one is happy with the current situation. No more so than the innkeeper, because her business is
Down
really
to whoever's
trying
in
up
the hither.
to whoever is in the hither or whoever was in the inn at the time of the breaking.
Seems about right. So our goal is to go to Downfall?
You're trying to get to the city of Downfall.
So we need to probably go through this, don't we?
Does the innkeeper in her infinite wisdom know which direction it's in?
She points in the direction. So as breakfast finishes, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
feel
yeah.
sort of a lurching sensation as the inn stops. It does do this periodically to allow travellers to alight or not. You opted to just hitch your ride when it was moving.
Yeah.
It does stop, and she sort of points in the direction of a great sort of stump rising in the distance, and sort of points that it's in that direction.
Cool.
But on the map, yeah, it's sort of through
It's
the
like a
dragon's doorway.
maze.
Well, no, all we see, I think, is the giant stump.
Yeah. True.
I think that's the direction we're going to go then. I thank her kindly, put Frank under my arm, start trudging up towards the stump. Because I'm assuming we're at low tide at the moment.
Yeah.
Just before we leave.
How low is low tide?
I think morning it's gone, and then it starts to fill as the day progresses. Because
Yeah.
when we got to the wells,
Yeah.
it was just starting to flood.
Yeah.
So by lunchtime and sort of throughout the midday, it
Yeah.
is over your head, effectively.
Hence why we brought Frank, the most valuable party member.
Yep. Agree. Totally agree. Being only 3 foot tall.
And keeping the fire out of the water.
But you could
Damn
cloak
my
yourself in
friend.
a wall of steam wherever you go to make a quick escape. Just throw the fire genasi in the swamp.
Oh no, we need to get away!
Smoke tree.
Just before we leave, though, could I ask the barmaid? Oh, any idea where fella named Clapperclaw is? Does he happen to frequent this establishment at all? Or?
She slaps you in the face and says, "Never bring that man's name up again."
Pretty much, actually, yeah.
Oh!
She sort of looks a little bit disgusted and just says, "He's not welcome here."
Sounds like a bad
That's
person.
a good portent.
So
then.
you're
Thank you
looking-
very much.
looking
He
guys.
for
didn't
him?
pay his bill.
anywhere but here.
Yeah.
He owes the barkeep money, so we can get that off him when we go see him.
Exactly how much money is owed, though,
Wow.
so that if we get fined over, we don't, overpay her. Right, to the stumps.
Yep.
For the stumps.
One stump.
So you slowly begin trudging through the marsh.
Yep.
You're either dragging or
Yeah.
Igo is just carrying the raft with you. Foggy marsh stretches out before you. Rickety causeways made of wooden planks form a wide web-like structure across the bog. 300 feet away, many of these causeways converge on an enormous ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet, probably about 50 feet over the fog bank that enshrouds it. So we actually have a map for this. So we remove the very appropriate MTG playmats and the map.
Oh!
Okay.
Yep. It's now going to be very enjoyable to wipe off these mats. So the raft will be approaching from sort of this area. It's been an hour, so you're probably having to be carried. The rest of you are trudging through this wall, so relatively okay.
Unfortunately, I haven't got my actual mini with me.
I've got a spare one.
Actually, no.
Oh.
I have. Still not painted mine.
Do you, however, have gummy bears?
I do have it. I have a miniature though. So he was hiding in a corner.
But yeah, you will be sort of around here, approaching.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this is all on top of the ground?
So as you approach the tree stump, the ground does sort of dip, and the water level gets deeper here.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh.
so even if it's prone to flooding, this area is some inner indentation.
Okay.
As it is. So you choose to sort of walk up, you tether the raft, and you step on to the rickety, or onto the causeway.
So they're floating.
It is some of it's anchored to the ground, some of it's floating.
No idea why that's there.
Do you make your own hats, or do they buy?
I buy them. I don't think I could make a top hat myself.
So the causeway extends. You've been walking across it for a little while now, and it extends a long way into the distance. But obviously, for purposes, we only have a section of it. An odd feeling suddenly comes over you as you become aware that somewhere along the way, a hunched, hooded figure has joined the group.
Ah.
And yes, I am using Lego figures as minis because
That's fine.
I do that a lot, actually.
Lego figures are good. I used to use the Lego figures. So a hunched figure has just joined us.
An odd feeling suddenly comes over you. A hunched, hooded figure has joined the group. That's about your size. So well below the eye level of everyone else, but a small...
I notice no difference.
I'm the king.
Who was that?
Prince or whatever.
That's Igo.
I
That
go.
is me.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
Uh-oh.
A well-placed finger.
You don't feel anything. As the
Oh.
blade slips between your ribs.
What would a small item in your inventory be?
Oh, a small item in my inventory.
Smaller than a coin.
I mean, so the coins would be the one things, and then there would be
What was that stuff we got from?
yeah, whatever it was that we got.
Oh, you
from
got the spinning top. Okay.
Yeah, I got
I got a piano
You got the four-sided spinning top.
I got the spinning top, and then there's the the feather at the very beginning. But I don't know if that went when we made our wishes in private.
Oh yeah, the thing
The
you made
feather
for the
would-
wish is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you don't notice that this new Harrington has, or this hooded figure has joined you, but you do notice that the Harrington is now sort of twiddling the wooden top that was given to him sort of between his fingers and sort of spinning it on his palm, and sort of looking at you with his hooded.
That's pretty impressive. Hello.
Hello.
You
I
scared
stopped.
the, you scared the rabbit.
Whoa.
You scared the Nesquik out of me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You scared,
Yeah,
the you scared the chocolate sprinkles out of me.
Weren't there 4 of us a moment ago?
Yeah.
Do I notice the spinning top in his hand when I am pointed out that there's the person here?
Yep.
I got one of those. They're cool, aren't they?
Oh, cool. Let me see.
I now proceed to spend the next 20 minutes emptying out every pocket that I have.
It becomes apparent to you quite quickly. Yeah, you no longer have the spinning top.
Wait a minute.
It's got my chew mark on it.
Can I have that back, please?
No. Instead, he bounds off over to there, and we'll roll initiative.
My favourite form of D&D movement. The
Bounding.
leap.
I could do that. Oh, got wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no. That good.
Where is my dice?
People start writing here. That's
Right, 18 chances for it to be better.
oh right.
Oh, nice.
I'll use that dice.
So I go.
10.
Marius.
11. One more. Because I'm one better than you.
Hello.
4. My back's playing up.
And Actan.
21.
4.
Okay,
You
one
took
of
a
you
Red
rolled
Bull.
well.
Yeah, I've got
11's
17.
not terrible.
I mean, to get the 21, I would need to roll a 20.
Dexterity not really your thing, I'm guessing then.
That's not bad. It's not great.
Not terrible.
Strength and constitution are my thing.
So you've got guts of steel and you can punch through a wall. But you can...
Yeah, I've got guts of steel that allow me to punch through walls.
Wisdom and dex are my things. Not that you know it by looking at me.
Charisma and dex and con.
So, you are all aware that the Harrington has stolen the spinning top from you and has bounded over to here. In the process of doing so, the hood and the hood sort of falls off and you see that he is festooned with a long blue scarf that sort of trails him wherever he goes.
Oh.
Actan, you are up first.
Hmm. So 10 feet. That's more
That's
than 10
15.
feet. Yeah.
Well, 20 to get to the...
His legs are longer than yours.
Well, run and jump is probably easier to do, but when there isn't anything to run against, that's annoying. Right, okay. I'm gonna look at him. I go, you should play nicely, my rabbit friend. And I'm going to point my finger out. And I'm going to say some words. In twilight's embrace, dreams take flight underneath the stars in the still of night. As the world slumbers in tranquil repose, in sleep's gentle arms our weary souls compose. As I cast sleep here.
Okay.
There's my dices. My dice. So it's a 20-foot circle, so I can pretty much...
Just hit him.
Yeah, I don't want to hit anyone else. So probably aim it just behind him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where's my
Can standing jump
5d8.
Try it.
He annoyed me because he jumped too far. I can't jump that far. Where's my d8?
You can't jump that far.
No,
do you want a couple
not
of
yet. I've got loads.
Oh my
I
god.
just couldn't remember which hole they're in. Oh, okay, 2 8s, that's right. Yeah. 18, 21, 28.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She's got more than that.
Just fucking open. He's a named character.
You never know.
He has 2 hit points.
He has 2 health bars. We're
Any-
not hearing that fancy music that means that we're moving into phase 2 yet.
Anything else
Yeah.
from you?
So 5.
You can move through the friendly square.
10. Boing. As a jump. So that's a bonus action used to jump. So 10, 15, 20, 25. No! as I rolled out. So I used a hop to get to a little bit further forward. Actually, sorry, a little bit further forward. There you go. 5, 10, 20, 30. Yep.
That it?
Yep.
Okay. It is his turn. So at the start of his turn, you hear what sounds like rowing coming from the distance as 2 skiffs, small sort of rowboats, approach. One coming from this side, one coming from this side.
Arr.
As you watch, you notice there is a rower, there is a bagpipe player, and it actually is a bagpipe player.
No true gentleman.
No true gentleman, with an archer at the front, and the rower is continuing to sing the song that you heard when you were mugged earlier in your adventures in the Hither. With sticks and stones will break your nose, it will beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to the wily, swift and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and a grin he'll show his cunning, a flash of his scarf he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer, thanks to Aidan Longscarf, brigand prince of Brismere. You can hear that, the boats are singing that as they're approaching to converge on you. He's going to walk up to you.
Hello.
And you notice that he's wearing a long, sort of flowing blue scarf that's trailing around here, and in his hand is a brand
Yeah.
that's glowing red hot.
What? Hey, I know his property.
He's going to try and brand you.
No! Dodge. Dick duck. Deep.
That's a 13 to hit.
That is my AC.
Okay.
Hang on, do I have any reactions?
Not at this level.
He can cry.
I do.
That's a reaction.
But you haven't made me do a dexterity save, so yeah.
You take 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And
Could grab it, anyone?
Agden becomes invisible to you for a turn.
Where'd you go?
So
He's in front of you, idiot!
he is going to move away. So you can, the rest of you can
Yeah,
still
yeah,
see him.
yeah.
He's going to move away.
Yeah.
You can take an attack of opportunity. It will be disadvantaged because you're just you've no idea where he
Sure,
is.
I'll flare my
You
hands in
just
front of me.
swing at the space in front of him.
No, I was going to
Oh.
say I was going to use a dice on you, one of
Ah.
my divination dice.
Too late.
Well, that's a 1 or a 20.
So take the one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
Slow down.
I should have said sooner. Yell at me if you want one, by the way. Yell at me if you want one.
Are they good or bad?
16 and 17.
Oh, they're pretty
Oh,
good.
so yeah.
They're pretty good. But yeah, he just kind of bounce off over
How
there.
the
He moved away from you, and then he
Yeah.
moved down there, and then sort of hopped across. And then the boats are going to sort of move in as their action, and the music is getting louder, more annoying, more obnoxious.
You've got a boat.
I don't need a boat. You're all small.
Okay. On to Marius.
I'm going to cast a spell. It's going to go, will you stop moving around? And vines and weeds and stuff will suddenly grow up around him. Can he please make a strength saving throw as Entangle is cast?
Doubt it.
So
It's 10.
that's a failure. He is now restrained.
Because he's small.
And the area around here is difficult ground. I'm guessing
It's only the wooden bits that will be difficult.
yeah.
Because obviously the rest of it will be underwater.
How deep is the water here?
You don't know. Jump in and find out.
That's that kind of...
Deep enough for rowboats to move around on.
A foot.
But to him, that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Anything else from you?
I've got nothing I can use my bonus action. Oh, how many hit points have you got?
7.
I'll hold off on that for now. So I've got nothing that's bonus action. So I shall move to there and stay there.
I go.
So which square
So
is he in?
Oh, the guy on
That one.
That one there. Cool.
Yeah. Toss me.
5, 10. So I've gotten a 10-foot start.
Yep.
I jump to the front of the boat, swinging my axe.
Okay.
So I might come down in the water when I'm coming down on him in the water.
So are you going to land on the square? he's
So
on,
I'm
or-
going to land there.
Okay. So you're landing just in front of the boat.
Yeah.
You can make an attack roll, probably at disadvantage. Actually, I'll let you make a straight attack roll because you're doing it in midair.
Oh, that's not going to hit. 9.
No. You're jumping, you're swinging with it.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
looks really
Yeah,
cool.
it's amazing.
But it's
Until-
surprisingly hard to aim.
Now the real question is did I brace myself correctly for the depth of this water?
Wind yourself on the
It
side
is
of
a
the boat.
foot deep, and I just ruined my knees.
It's not that deep. It is quite muddy though. So you jump in, there's sort of it's about 2 feet deep.
Yeah.
There's a splash, and you are now restrained.
Yep.
As you just sort of sink
Sink to the knees.
Into the mud.
Yeah.
at the bottom. You're now probably at eye level with the Harringtons on the boat.
That's fine. That's fine.
You can hold the boat then.
So
Uh,
you will need to make
I,
a saving throw to move yourself.
I will then.
You are in base combat with them though, which is
We'll
quite
plug
easy.
out the
That's why I'm trying to. Do I want to go into rage now, in the hopes that they hit me, because my rage will cancel if they don't hit me.
You have attack, so your rage is good until the start of your next round. 'Cause
So
rage
I
is
would be fine.
Until your turn.
But on my turn, when
You would have
if
to
I attack, I'll keep the rage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then
So
I
you
will
have to attack
I will
or
then
be attacked
go
in the
into a
round.
rage.
Okay.
That mud.
I land, splash, and as the water clears, he just sees a foaming orc in his face.
You're likely to put your stroke there.
Did the bagpipes stop? No.
Then
So
again.
he's the one that's
No, the bagpipes speed up.
So the bagpiper at the back is still putting away. Is that it from you?
That is all that I can do.
Hello.
Trying
Right.
to debate as to whether or not I can pick this boat up with the minute.
I will let you try.
Bear in mind he is now restrained as well.
Yeah, so he can't move away. But I mean, I'm just
Poor
scared
boy.
of the other three people.
And a disadvantage on any deck saves he needs to make.
Oh, okay.
You could move this way.
Yeah, that's on. Yeah, now that he's gone that way, so.
You want to go this way, or do you want to do your thing first?
So how would it work if I have a familiar? Would that have remained out during the night? Because I've had that
Yeah.
the whole time.
So
familiar
yeah.
until it's
Familiar is
dispelled
it-
or
Yeah.
Until it
Yeah.
dies. So
Oh,
as an
yeah.
action, you can get rid of the familiar and summon it in a different form.
Yeah.
But because we're in the Feywild, the forms that you think and the forms that come out are not the same. So if you think of an owl, you get a peacock. You know, if you think
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
squirrel, you get like a flying squirrel. If you think of a cat, you get a pangolin. It's all slightly weird.
Yeah.
The other thing I forgot to mention is the memory that you had taken away.
Yeah.
You can't form that memory again until you get the memory back.
Yeah.
It's just like a gap. So there's
Oh,
no.
100%. I have no idea why we're here.
The contract we signed?
Well, I know why we're here. I don't know about the windfall I'm in for.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to pop out my familiar
Yep.
as my action and send it to try and annoy the guy rowing this boat. I need to roll initiative for the thingy, don't
No,
I?
it's
No,
actually
it's
after you.
Okay, start from me. Okay. So as I do that, I'm going to try and move around a bit further towards this way so I'm not on my own versus 3 people there. That's
There?
it. A
There?
bit further, yeah, that should do. So, how does familiar's attacking work then?
They don't really.
They don't.
Oh, fair enough. But,
You can
I just-
instruct it to annoy them,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
it won't really do
I
much.
think you can cast touch spells.
yeah, I can cast it, but I've already used the action to summon it out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that works. Yeah, so I can't because I do have shocking grasp for that, but I can't do that. this
Familiar
turn.
level spell or a cantrip?
It's a cantrip. Oh, is it level
No,
1?
it's level
That's
one.
level
Yeah,
1
level
spell.
1 spell.
So you can
'Cause
cast another leveled spell this
Yeah.
turn.
Because it's the best
No.
level 1 spell, because you can do
Yeah.
literally say everything.
Sadly, I can't. And then
And it's not concentration.
It'd be bad if it was.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
That's going to have to be it for this turn. Just want to get that out, do
Okay.
something. So.
Back to the top of the round. Actan.
Oh.
Is it his next turn that he can't see him?
Yeah. At the start
So
of his turn, he can see him
You
again.
currently don't know where he is.
Yeah.
They can tell you that you can't see him.
Right, what's the range of that?
You leap, jump on my head, and then attack the guy in front of me.
No, I didn't. 30 foot. Right, we go back round this way. 30 feet on the driver.
Vicious mockery.
Oh god, you made me think, forgotten.
Your father was the bad guy from Watership Down.
Seen Warship Down, they're all the bad guys.
Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna point my finger towards the driver. I'm gonna
Middle one.
The driver or the archer?
Archer,
Archer, driver,
driver.
bagpipes.
I need to
Musician.
I need a driver. So bonus action then I'm gonna hop. then I'm within range, just 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so I wouldn't have been in range.
Yep.
I'm going to point at the driver and I'm going to say, laughter like music, a joyful refrain, in moments of mirth it eases the pain, a chorus of giggles, a heartfelt cheer, and laughter's embrace me finds solace here. As I cast hideous laughter on him, I need a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
So how does this work then? Because he's now hilariously...
So
He's bursting out with
He
laughter.
can't do anything.
So
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
not going to be able to row the boat is more important.
So he's becoming incapacitated now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until the spell ends or you
So the target has advantage whenever over trigger damage. No, on its success, the spell ends. End of its turns, and each target takes damage. Okay. Right. So that's bonus. That's movement. That's cast. I'm done now.
Okay. So what save does he make to see? Back to my turn. See if he-
So at the end of his turn, he has to do a wisdom.
Okay, the end of his turn. Right. So the first boat is going to move around. I imagine you're grappling
I'm
the front
basically
of
on
it,
the
so
front of
you're
it. Yeah.
sort of it just slams back into the side, and these two are going to give advantage to Aiden for his action, which will be trying to break free of the vines, which is a
Strength.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, there he's out.
So he seemingly, they his friends go to help him. He sort of looks insulted as he just sort of bounds out and sort of moves off.
But that's
over.
his action.
That is his action.
I'm guessing that's a bonus action then too.
Movement as well.
Oh,
He just
yeah.
has movement. Don't forget. Does he take damage when he moves through it, or starts his turn in it?
It's difficult ground, so it's half movement.
He can also just... His long jump is 20 feet from a standing start.
Okay.
Like, he can just jump around the map, which is kind of the point. So that's taking an action. They're going to assault you with both bagpipes and
Bagpipes.
a light crossbow, I guess. Which is what T6. 13 to hit.
Yeah, that's amazing.
6 points of piercing damage.
Alright, I need a DC 10 concentration saving throw. And I need a cry. I think that's good. Loads. No, it's 9.
You lose concentration as the rower, whatever, it sort of comes back to his senses, and that boat is going to move. It's probably going to stay there. Marius, over to you.
Would you like to move, or are you happy where you are?
I mean, I'm still quite content with where I am right now.
Yeah.
They haven't moved away from me.
I'm not sure they can.
All right.
I bet you
They
there's a
can
hole
try.
in the front of the boat. Yeah.
So I shall just go, spirit to me. I say to me, it will actually appear here. So everything within 10 feet of it needs to make a dex saving throw.
That's cool.
1, 18, 2.
Middle one succeeds. So the others take 8 fire damage.
Is that everything within 10 feet of it?
Yes, I
Just
made sure.
technically, I'm in that
the
square there.
idea was to put it where it
Yeah,
He
wasn't
can
there.
aim it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So we've been there.
Is that only on a...
On a fail, they take the damage.
okay,
Yeah,
not on a pass?
not on a pass.
No, half damage, bull crap.
As you... What spell was that?
That's not a spell. That's summoning my fire spirit.
Oh, right, okay. So as you summon the fire spirit, you see this sort of the giant fireball sort of almost take out 2 very singed looking Harringtons. They sort of started off fluffy and now have that horrible, like, short burnt fur. It's just like, they
And then
don't look happy.
What's appeared there is basically like a kestrel that is just flame wings. It's just this red flame shape.
Awesome.
It is then. I'm going to command it as a bonus action,
So
come
it
to
won't look like a kestrel. It will more look like a bird of paradise.
but it is a. It's not a fae. It's a wildfire spirit. No. Okay, fine.
It acts the same way. It is just like a fantasy version. It's just a rarer bird.
On fire bird.
In the real world.
Okay. It will then. So I'll use my bonus action to command it. And so it will go when I've finished. I've got nothing else I'm doing this turn, so it will move forward 5 feet, and then it will teleport to there. Can they all make another dexterity saving throw, please?
Something tells me no. 11, 16, 8.
So the same guy succeeded again.
He's very dexterous.
And all the others
He's
take
driving.
7 fire damage.
Cool. Yeah, they burn.
Ooh.
And the rower is just sort of left on his own. He's like, okay.
I reckon he was kind of protected from his friends.
And then it's still got a bit of movement left, so it will fly back to me.
Jeez. That's cool. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's it. When you summon it, anything within 10 feet can burn.
Anything else?
No, I think that's enough for me.
I imagine the skiff they're on is also looking quite charred.
Probably, but it's not. Unfortunately, not going to be a light. I was hoping he'd still be there.
I know. I go. You are sort of stuck
Within
in the
reach
mud.
of me? On
Try
the
and
ship?
Climb onto the boat.
You can try and pull yourself up.
Yeah,
through
well,
the
I
boat.
basically, like, position the boat in such a way that he's next to me.
Make a strength check.
That'll be a 13.
Yep, so as a bonus action, I'll allow you to
Yep.
turn the boat and you sort of pull him towards you.
and then I will strike at him for an 18.
That will hit.
11.
He just falls over the side of the boat.
I'm
As you,
presuming
the rest.
that's great axe, so it'll be slashing damage. Yeah.
you cleave the bunny in twain
Yeah.
and sort of just falls off with a slight
And then
pop.
it's an action to try and unstick myself, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So well, I can get you out of there in my next turn because I can move my spirit to you and it can teleport you without burning. Which is why I was asking if you wanted to move.
That's helpful.
But that'll be the end of my turn.
I wouldn't mind this
Hello.
way.
Squelch.
Okay. So, seeing that, I don't want to be that outdone, so I'm going to load up a flaming chromatic orb and shoot it towards the man at the front of this boat, the archer who just shot at.
Oh shit!
You can draw 10 yourself.
I can. That's a 10.
That's not going to do it.
It's not going to do it. Damn, actually. Ah, that's a spell slot as well. That's a shame.
Just flies sort of between the bunny's ears, so they sort of dodge out the way. It's just like, ah.
How far can your bird teleport?
Anything else from you?
Use a bonus action to try and send the familiar over towards him to keep an eye on him, keep track of him as he bounces around.
Yep.
That's all I can do, I'm afraid. Should fall.
Back to the top of the round. So,
Something that it uses my
the
wild shape instead of.
raft in front of you doesn't disappear, but I need it for
Yeah.
other things. You effectively notice as another raft starts appearing over in the distance.
How far can your bird teleport me?
15 foot.
That was it from me?
Yes, it from me.
At
Can you move forward one turn?
Trying to get away.
So you can now see him again. You can see the Brooklyn again.
Well, okay. So, hang on. So what was it? If I can move it away. No,
I can
I don't have any healing spells, Sonny, I'm afraid.
You cast the wizard to heal you.
as I cast Cure Wounds on myself. Help! Me. Crocot. 5. No, let's try and best over this quick. 6 and 8 healing. Bonus action. Not sure what I can do bonus wise. I'm gonna go. What's your name again?
Elor.
I'm gonna go. Hello, help me, please.
Ow! What do you want, little rabbit man?
There you go. That's a bad inspiration. Yeah.
Help me do better!
Help me by paying less.
A random limerick pops into my head.
So you can use it on a dice roll or a damage roll.
Right, perfect.
Cool.
Not damage roll.
No.
Attack roll or saving throw.
It's got
Or is that your bard college?
yeah,
that
the
you
college
used to do?
things. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
can't find it anymore. That's me done anyway. Can't find it.
So,
Yeah,
one of
that's
the other
pretty
boats, skiffs start appearing. This one moves around here,
much.
and there will
Hit
be
points as well.
2 dagger attacks.
Oh boy, yeah.
That's you.
Okay.
You got more health than me.
Yeah.
That's a. One of them's not going to hit. One of them's like a 17.
That will hit, yeah.
Okay.
Even if I use shield.
Good
That'll be
old
5
shield.
points of slashing damage as a little dagger. Just. I don't know where would it hit? Sort of between, sort of sticking through your arm at this point.
Anywhere.
He doesn't
Yeah,
bleed.
puff
Sort
of
of
dust.
dust comes out. Yeah.
Ow!
That's going to bleed when my heart beats.
Essentially. Oh god.
He's on blood thinners. It's even worse.
And the rest of you watch as
Weeks to clock.
Agdon sort of turns around with his scarf and goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then jumps there because he has a lot of movement. And he's going to throw 2 daggers at you at disadvantage. Nope. Does a 5 hit you?
No. No, I'm pretty safe on that one.
Well, you never know if you don't ask. But Marius, it is your turn.
So, do I go for a spell or do I go for a cantrip? Cantrip at him or a spell on the boat?
I can try and spell it.
I mean, it's probably better for the ranged people to deal with him, and I'll go deal with the boat.
Well,
No, he's going to wait for the boat to come to you.
I mean, yeah, I would suggest him at the moment,
okay.
because we haven't really done anything to him.
Yeah.
You've done precisely 0 damage to him.
I tried. He's
Saving
going to
throw.
You
failed. That's why I'm giving other people things to do.
Let us do produce flame. So I shall create a flame in my hand, boom, fling it at him. So that will be 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Ooh. Right. Then bonus action. It'll go 1, 2, 3, and then it will. Well, my bonus action is commanding that, but I'm not going to move. So it'll go there. It can teleport up to 15 foot.
They're probably the best place to put
Okay.
me.
Yeah, I agree.
And so it teleports back with you.
No fire damage to everyone around.
It's only within whatever's within 5 foot of it when it teleports. Apart
me?
from
Oh,
those
oh,
that
right.
it's teleporting.
Right, okay.
And then it will move to there next to me, and that will be it for me.
I go. Do you want to just jump straight
I want to
onto
jump
the boat?
on the boat, because I imagine this boat is built for Harringtons.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
I suspect that's
Accuracy
going to be
of
athletics for you.
doing this.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah, you don't land direct centre
Enough
of the boat,
boat,
but
yeah.
you do land sort of on the side of the skiff and sort of rip a decent chunk of the side of the boat
I'm
off.
going to... I hate bagpipes. Swing at the bagpipe player.
Yep. Okay.
20 to
Yep, that'll hit.
I am also still enraged.
You are.
So that will be 8 plus 5, 13.
Bagpipes and no more from that boat. You successfully rid the world of 2 bagpipes.
And that
so
will
far.
be...
A good day then. Good day's work.
Every time you hit him, it's like, ha,
That's my turn. I would assume that I'm essentially... Am I on the boat or off the boat in the mud?
You're hanging on
Okay.
to the side of the boat, so
I'll
you're
put
not
myself
stuck in.
there.
Yeah, you're not stuck in the water. It's a bonus action. You can
Yeah.
climb back out. But yeah, you're not stuck in the water because you caught the
Yeah.
boat. If it rolled slightly higher, it probably would have capsized it.
Well, the idea was with this one over here, if they were all still on it, I was just going to throw the boat.
It's another boat. Edel.
Right. So for this one, yeah,
Technically, the
I'm
other
gonna-
boat is within my standing jump distance.
Might
Finish
not.
this off.
yeah, yeah.
so I'm gonna move past you now that you seem to be a bit more healthy, away from the knife people. 10, 15, 20. Needs to move a bit further.
Oh,
away.
he's moving his full move.
I know. Yeah. just been stabbed and get away from
Before
there.
you'll break your hip.
We better get him an inhaler after this fight.
And seeing him jump around a lot, I'm going to try and cast another chromatic orb at him, but this time using a predestination dice of roll 17. Do I get my additions to it? Yes, that would be like a 22.
That will hit.
See him bouncing around. So
Yeah.
Damage
was
type are
flame.
you using?
Ooh. Not that one.
Who knows, you might have a crippling weakness to a particular.
Yeah. That's,
I mean, rabbits
I'm
don't
gonna
tend to
make
like
him-
fire.
Tend to be the bane of living creatures.
I'm going to say cold.
Present company excluded.
I'm going to say cold damage, try and slow him down a bit.
Does it have that effect, or is it?
I don't.
No,
I think
I would have-
type
What are you
damage.
casting?
chromatic orb. So
Oh no,
No, it's
right.
just type damage. Okay.
yeah. So nothing like that.
It's just in case it has
Yeah.
a weakness or.
Remember your portents.
Yes.
You
Yes.
used
I,
it.
I use it 17.
All right.
Roll a 17. So that is 3d8. So 10, 14 points of cold damage.
Takes it. Not happy
Why
about
would
it.
you have
Takes
There you
it.
go.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wait, you can hit me? That wasn't part of the
That's
deal.
when he calls out "Mom," and we hear the rumbling.
I don't see the
Harrington's
future to do
lots
it,
of
but even
Brothers and sisters,
then,
right?
then I can't use any other spells or anything. But a bonus. I don't have any other bonus actions really, so I'm just gonna have to leave that. Familiar to guess just keeping on him.
Okay.
If he tries to go invisible, run about anywhere.
Back to the top of the round. Actan.
Oh, I turn around. You go, you! You want no bro?
No, I'm a hare.
I'm in a Rington. Harrington. Ah, that's what it is. Sorry.
A stand-up comedian, he is not.
However, with words so sharp, your wits are bore, your insults like bite, they're quite the chore. In this battle of words, you're out of your league. Better luck next time, or just take your leave. As a vicious mockery.
Okay, saving throw from me, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Nope. Doesn't matter what the modifier is.
Where's the spells? No. D4. And have a disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Some psychic damage.
2 psychic damage.
He takes it.
You're not level 5 yet, are you?
Disadvantage.
You are not level 5.
But you get disadvantage on your next attack roll. Right. Bonus.
Oh, I like this boat's changed it up. The bagpipers at the front.
I just changed. They're in the same order. I just changed the logo figures around.
He's the battle rager.
Yeah. Well, they're going. Immortal Joe would be proud. They're, like, instead of going into battle with a guitarist, they're going with bagpipers. It's more annoying.
I'm going to go to look over to.
You could make a barbarian bard who uses bagpipes and basically does his own war music as he's charging into combat and then smacks them with the bagpipes.
Otherwise known as the Scottish.
Yeah.
I go! Please toss them! Toss them far.
He's
I've
really
already
got
got
bardic
one.
inspiration.
I can only do it one at a time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I need to use it then. So
Okay,
next
no
time.
problem. I haven't got bonus action though. I'm good.
I'm well beyond tossing Harringtons, thank you.
Cuts it in half.
My turn. This boat's going to move around here, and that is Harrington. So
Are
they're going
they
to throw.
Conveniently going to move close enough that I get my attack.
No.
Wide break.
Finish off that boat.
No,
they're
so
going to
that
throw
was-
2 daggers
One
at
was
you.
finished off and then it got moved.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
finish
yeah.
off that boat and then go for that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That is a 20 and a 17 to hit.
They both hit.
That is 5 and 2, so for a total of 7 points of piercing damage as the 2 daggers slam into you.
Dunk, dunk.
The rower, he's going to try and hit you with an oar.
Fair enough, my friend.
Ooh.
For
That'll
a
hit.
17 to hit, yep. So that'd be an improvised weapon. 2.
I take 1.
Yep. I imagine it's not very effective, is it?
He breaks the oar over my head and then I turn. When I
He
probably-
does break the oar
Probably
over
breaks it
your head.
over more like my knee.
I imagine the boat's also sort of very
It's not
like
like
this.
this.
As it was really
The-
not meant for
The
half
archers are now at eye level with me.
Archers plunging shot fire over everyone.
I would imagine that the archer is currently at the front going, I'm the king of the
You've
world.
done the most damage to him. So at disadvantage, thanks to reasons, That's an 18 and a 16. So that will be
A
a
hit. You're a mage.
casual 23.
That'll hit. Oh no. Alright. I can't even shield that.
10, 13
Oh,
points
I'm-
of fire damage,
I'm
and
down.
he is invisible to you.
I'm down.
Cool.
Yeah.
You are not on death saves though. You are just unconscious.
Okay.
Subdual damage!
Does my familiar still get to move about, or is that just...
If you're unconscious, I would imagine
It's
It
just kind of there.
disappears.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like trying to
It's
break your
Grandfather,
face.
where are
It
you?
is now a non-event mass with a quantum probability of 0.
Fair
For
enough.
all you Red Dwarf fans out there.
It's a Schrodinger's
Marius.
familiar. I had to explain Schrodinger's a cat to my daughter the other day, and also explained several times that they didn't actually conduct this experiment. It's all theoretical.
I think my favourite quote about that is Penny from The Big Bang Theory goes, "We had a cat in a box and we didn't need to open the box to know it was dead."
I shall just bonus action. I shall order my spirit, keep him distracted, and I shall go 1, 2, and put my hand on the wizard, and just cauterize the wound.
Take his pouch.
So he is stable, don't forget already.
Yes, I know, but he's doing nothing while he's laying on the floor
Yeah,
out.
okay.
So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds for 6 hit points.
Does the wizard's
Very
life alert
much.
bracelet go off? A fall has been detected.
His
How
panic
does
button
all
around
say?
his neck is...
And then my spirit will go 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 6, and then make an attack roll. As it fired, there's a bit of flame just separates from it and goes straight at him. And that's a 1, so that's not going to do anything.
You hit yourself. He's got like fireballs or something.
It's called Flame Seed.
Okay.
But remember, this is taking up my wild shape.
No, I was
So-
just wondering what it is.
Yeah, that's Flame Seed. It's a ranged attack, 1d6 plus PV damage.
Okay. Anything else from you?
I'll step back slightly. That is it.
I go.
So, the one who decided to break his aura over me is going to get swung upon.
Yes.
That's going to hit.
Don't really think these Harringtons were fully prepared for you.
9 slashing damage.
We're with him in the party. We're not prepared for him.
And then I step into the middle of the boat.
It starts to level out again. The ranger at the front is sort of turning around to say,
I don't. Why is there this shadow?
just
Where
sort of
did
turning
the
around
sun
and looking up, just like, oh dear. Anything else from you?
That is. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action to take.
Elor, you are lying on
Yes.
the ground and you cannot see the
fella.
the bandit in front of you.
I can see my familiar near him, didn't I? That was my last order, to tell him to shadow it. Could I use that to be like...
Can
just-
his familiar see it? Because he can
Yes,
see through his
'cause of-
familiar's
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, because the familiar wasn't attacked.
So you will know where it is.
Ooh.
But you won't be
But
able.
you'll, yeah, I would
You'll
imagine
still be
it's
attacking
still
at disadvantage
disadvantage,
because you
right,
can't.
but
Yeah.
Oh, can I actually just use a portent dice for that then?
How does that work with...
So when you use it, do you have to declare before the die roll?
Yeah, before
Yes.
the dice roll.
But if you're rolling 2 dice, do you
Which
declare
one?
which die?
See,
You'll
in that
replace it.
situation, you'll probably just use it and then roll with another dice.
Yeah.
That's how
Because
I think.
I think it works like Elvish accuracy, which is where you get to roll a third dice and choose which one
Yeah.
you replace.
So,
yeah,
so
you
I
get
would
to
imagine
choose
you
which
choose the
dice.
die that you're replacing,
Yeah.
then you roll the other one, and whichever's lower is.
Okay, fair enough.
Which is
Uh,
probably not.
At least
wise.
that's how
Yeah,
I imagine
I
it would
just
be
think how-
for the fairest possible way.
Yeah, that's not
If you have
Do
to
have
choose
that-
before the dice rolled.
I do, which is... Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it's before the dice rolled.
So you would choose a die, and that becomes
The portent
16 or whatever
die.
it is.
The-
And then you roll the other disadvantage die, and if it's lower, that's the one you have to take.
Okay.
That's not how I read it, actually.
Okay.
It says you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls.
So you make
So it replaces the roll.
Yeah,
So you
so it
roll-
works
so
like
the
Eldritch
roll
Action,
would
so
be
you
disadvantage.
roll
Yeah.
and then choose which dice you replace. So if you roll a 16 and a 1,
Mhm.
you choose
Well-
to replace the 1 with the portent dice.
No, the way I read it is because the attack roll is replacing the attack roll, and you're rolling at disadvantage. Those two dice are one roll.
Oh, so you just replace... Yeah, you
You
don't
replace the
roll.
whole roll.
Right, okay.
So essentially, he makes it so that both dice are the same number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Go on.
Yeah, because I'm going to do that and try and shocking grasp him directly in front of me as I stand up.
Hold of its ankle.
Tower!
Okay, you can do that.
But
Right.
is the power unlimited?
Bleeding on the floor. I don't think so.
If you've got that wrong, please tell me.
Oh,
But
no, that's fine then.
But
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that wording, that's how I read it.
Alright.
Please either put in chat or YouTube comments how you would run it.
Yeah.
But that's how we'll run it.
Right. So that would be a touch plus 5, so a 16 plus a 5.
That will
Enter that, so that will get in. And can I add this to the damage roll as well? Since I can.
No. That's attack roll. Oh no, because
No,
Because
I-
that's
I've
just
got-
a very particular.
yeah, because
Yeah.
college.
college can do that. So yes,
Magic
you can.
inspiration. It's
Right. Cool. So that's
Nice.
magical
One-
inspiration.
yeah.
Sorry.
So that's
Because mine
1d8
on
negative
Wednesdays, mine
6.
can negate, not
Yeah.
just add.
Yeah.
Right.
So that can be added to healing or damage.
That's cocked. That is that. And that is 7 points of lightning damage.
Also, yeah, the nice thing about grasping is,
Yeah,
He
now I
just
can-
lost his reaction.
now I can run away.
Slow
just
speed,
to-
because you've got to stand
Yeah,
up
I'm going to
first.
stand up first.
So half your move is
For-
standing up.
Just- and then I
For
can
those of you that
I
can
move 15
see
away.
Aiden Longstaff, he now looks bloodied.
Ooh.
You broke your hip getting up.
Again,
Oh,
bloodied.
not again.
Just confirm bloodied
Yeah.
means he's now below half
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
points.
So, and I'm going to hobble away.
Just.
From
You don't know whether it's
5,
just or
10,
not.
15. I'm going to hobble away onto one of those gangways.
That's why it
It's
was
like,
that worth using cure wounds.
Oh wait, sorry.
Thank you.
Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
On a bridge.
Oh, dear lord.
A rickety bridge.
Oh, no.
It's going to fall in the
And
water.
you've got no portents there.
I don't know importance. 17.
You pass.
Well, good.
I was waiting for him to fall off.
The,
It didn't work right. Mistakes were made!
no, the adrenaline is finally pumping. It took a few seconds, but now it's finally going.
It's taken like half a minute, but you've finally woken up to the fact you're in combat. Okay, anything else from you?
That'll do. Once again, just stick the familiar on.
Back to the top of the round.
Mhm.
Actan.
You can get to him and stabby.
Not on 2 live.
It would be a worthy sacrifice for us, the party, and we are willing to take that risk. And
I ain't.
it's put to a vote. 3 to 1.
Thought I think you should do it too.
Alright, I'm going to go back this way. No, run away. You got him.
You could have done something before you ran away.
Yeah,
You do seem to just be chonking your way through the Harrington minions.
I think I'll make a song about this later. 1 rabbit, 2 rabbit.
What's that? Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run.
Here comes the orc with his big ass axe.
Run, rabbit. Run, rabbit. Run, run.
I'm
Would it
going
be
to
menacing or just screaming it?
point
No,
out the-
softens. It's almost like
So, attacker,
you know how,
rower.
like Copacabana
Okay.
does this upbeat song, but it's
Music.
really
Horrible
quite
lyrics.
a horrible story
Right,
behind it.
the attacker.
Yep.
And I point at him and I go, with tongue so dull and wit so weak, your mockery's a joke, an embarrassing streak. There's a mockery.
The one I
That's
just killed
a-
became
what
an
save?
embarrassing streak.
Sorry?
What's
Wisdom.
it?
Wisdom.
That's 16.
Yeah, you're good.
The one I just killed became an embarrassing streak.
I could do that. Now. So,
Bardic Inspiration's gone, so you can
Yeah.
give it to someone else.
I think what's the range of it? 60.
I can't give it to yourself
Yes.
though, unfortunately.
No, not unless you're on a different college.
What college can you give it to yourself on?
There's one that can use it to benefit yourself. I can't remember what it is though.
The cowards call it.
The egotist.
Brave Sir Robin ran away.
Old man, don't fall off that bridge. You'll break a hip, my friend.
We've already replaced it twice.
There's no artificer here to fix this.
Use this as my aid. Heed my words. Don't fall and get wet.
At one point he then goes, what? Turns and falls.
As I'm still just desperately bouncing. What?
I'm good.
Slippery bridge. Them now, I
I'm
believe.
done.
Anything else? Okay. This boat is going to sort of continue moving around this way. This Harrington is going to turn around and very bravely try and stab you with a dagger, because I imagine they haven't got much else to do.
Hit me and hit me.
Does a 7 hit you? And then seriously questioning its life choices. The Harrington is going to try and hop away, meaning you will get. You can use your reaction if you want.
Attack of opportunity. That's going to hit.
Finish him.
I don't get my rage on top, do I?
You
Or do I
do.
get the plus
Yeah,
2? Okay,
yeah, 'cause it's
so
not
my
attack roll.
8.
You don't kill the rabbit. The rabbit just sort of jumps out of
but
the.
I keep a leg.
You do now have a lucky rabbit's foot if you want. And for all intents and purposes, that rabbit is now out of the fight as there's a sort of a bloody streak through the.
Ram him.
Don't worry, if your hip fails, I've got to replace it.
We will have 2 dagger throws at the druids, which are doing annoying things. For a 18
That'll hit.
and an 11.
That won't.
4. Just drop the dice. 4 points of piercing damage, and
It's okay, I thought you dropped the d12 for a second there. I was like, oh crap.
yes, you take 20 points of piercing damage. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Poppet.
19,
Hits.
3, 8, 14 points of fire damage.
So 7.
Oh, you
Because
lucky.
he's fire
I'm a
himself.
fire ganassi!
All you've done is heal me.
You made
So
me
the
stronger.
Harrington sort of just takes the brand and sort of stabs it into your chest, and it's just like, ha!
At which point
Right?
the fire can ask
Your point?
Glowing redder.
He is invisible to you until the start of your next round. Start of your next turn.
I
That's not
wonder
his
what
next turn,
That
sorry.
weapon's cool.
His weapon is actually better because the brand lasts for 24 hours, but I thought that was a little unfair. Because he only needs to hit you once.
And then he's gone.
Yeah. For the most anticlimactic fight
Yeah, I
of
think this
all
does. All
times.
he literally has to do is hit everybody once and then be like, bye.
Yeah. And then you're just being hit at an advantage by this
Yeah.
invisible character. That is it from me,
So-
Marius.
Fine. If I do Thunder Wave in this direction, he'll be clear, won't he?
You can face it in
Oh,
such
what
a way. Yeah.
is it?
15-foot cube.
There's a cube, yeah. So you just
Yeah.
You plan it to start here and go like this, basically.
Yeah.
Obviously
you'll
working
just
with-
miss this, but
Yeah. So, can he please make a Constitution saving throw?
My Golden Vault crew are all of their combats have been on these
No.
X maps and they get really
Right.
confused.
For some forms of combat, it's better. I think.
I don't think it makes any. Yeah.
No.
I quite like using the.
Can he
hex
please take
one.
7 thunder damage?
Oof.
Yeah, we could do one better. Square.
And he is pushed to there. Helpful. And then... Now I can't see him, can my spirit see him?
Yep.
So,
Because your spirit wasn't specifically
yeah,
attacked.
so it shall do the flame seed at him then. So that is crying out loud. That's a 2.
Yeah, no. As he sort of gets pushed back, sees the incoming fire, and sort of does a backflip over the top of it. To
5 and we'll go to there. To be annoying.
does your spirit get an attack of opportunity?
Don't think so.
Can it take reactions, basically?
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think it uses his actions.
But my bonus action commands it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can't because it's not its own thing in the turn.
It's like a spiritual weapon.
Anything else from you, Marius?
It can always teleport itself away.
Yeah.
You have a boat to yourself. It's
So I'm going
struggling to stay
use-
above the
I'm
waterline.
going to use my great axe as a paddle.
Yep.
Ramming speed!
So, yeah, okay.
Do you want me to just roll it to hit?
Yeah.
13 on the die, so...
Plus.
that'd
What's
be
your
like
strength
plus,
modifier?
5. Oh, 3. So 3 is my strength modifier, and then proficiency is 2, but I
So,
presume no proficiency.
I'm taking
so-
ramming it as your action.
Yep.
Yeah, you crack the side of the little skiff that they're in.
I'm there, and I'm like, hello, puppets.
Boarding time!
Just hit it so hard you can fly forward with your axe.
Time to pay the ferryman.
Hope you've got your silver ready. I will take that as an attack. Any bonus actions from you?
No.
So it's attack for rage purposes.
Oh, and then, I don't know, because it's a move. It would be a movement for moving the boat,
Yeah.
attack for
The
ramming the
ramming.
boat. I will then, no, I don't have any bonus actions.
Right. So how injured is the prince looking now? The
Bloody
prince.
He has
Bloodied
had
point
better days.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's feeling a little woozy.
Because I'm just thinking, could chromatic orb him, or I could try and incapacitate him with a shocking grasp through the familiar. But do we keep him alive, or do we just kill him?
I mean,
I have no wish to keep him alive myself.
Easy to go through his pockets, I guess.
Well,
so long as I get my dreidel back, I don't care.
Yeah, well, in that case, I think we'll go for a finisher. Final spell slot on another chromatic orb. I'm going to roll it with the bardic inspiration die to make
So,
sure it's in hit.
roll the
You don't
dice
need to roll
first.
this one.
You roll the
So
die,
good.
and you don't have to use it until
Oh,
you roll the
okay.
die.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
nice.
you've got bardic inspiration. You can.
There you go. 15.
And it's-
Dice.
Now you pick before I tell you whether that hits.
What?
That-
What
that's
is
not
your
good.
full?
Well, it's
What's your
15
full?
did you say
15 on the
No, that's a
die.
10.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's 15 total.
So, yeah,
So
that's
now
not
you
gonna hit.
decide before he tells you if it's a hit if you want to roll extra.
I think I do.
I do,
Extra.
you do.
Yeah, I do. That's a 5, so that's 20.
That hits.
There we
Yes,
go.
it wouldn't have hit without it.
Yeah.
I think he's on an 18-19.
Yeah.
You may find
We've
out
been-
very
we've been-
quickly.
We've been either way.
So that's 3 to hit again. So that is
16
10,
listed.
15 more cold damage. I'm going to go for a cold one again, 15.
The slightly the rabbit becomes a rabbitsicle
Just-
and just sort of into the water. So I
Into the
haven't.
water.
Well, you push him off. He is dead. Yeah, his AC was 19. For
Just.
those of you that are sort of watching, there are other skiffs that have slowly been approaching, and they all sort of just stop at this point, and they're just like. So we will still play out the rest of the round. Oh, that was the end of the round. So, Aktan, over to you.
You should say, "All hail your new king."
I am the true prince here.
Make a persuasion roll.
I have the crown. Do I have the crown? No, I have the wings. Don't
Yeah,
I?
the wings, but they do recognise you as
They recognise
the
you
monarch.
as the monarch.
Is there, I wish I had that 17 again.
I wonder if they're trying to take.
What was the number on the die, Baldrick?
It's a 6.
I don't think they're going to be persuaded.
That's
I'll be
5.
honest.
It's 11.
Yeah, that doesn't quite do it. They've got. What actually happened to the dice? Okay. Yeah, no, they're still It's kind of hard to get them to lay down their weapons when there's a half orc next to the actually right above his head, just waiting for his turn. I'll let you
We're
have that one for
having
free, so you
fun.
saw action, bonus action.
Well then, fair enough then. Harrington, oh Harrington, what a name to bear. It sounds more like a yawn than someone to beware. Your presence is as thrilling as a dull grey sky, a true master of mediocrity. I can't even say that word. Oh my, oh my.
Mediocrity.
That's it.
Describing himself then.
Halfway through. What does this word say?
Mockery on the driver.
Fails.
I mean, the boat's not going anywhere. I've already crippled it.
Really not going anywhere.
Free sidekick, any
Yeah. Has
obviously
disadvantage on his next attack. My turn.
I'm willing to accept their surrender.
So the rest of the boats that again have moving around have stopped. There was a big hum of music and sort of think the sort of the Mad Max road style that sort of comes to a halt. And they are all going to grovel, so they're all going to try and make persuasion checks to have you spare their lives. Being 1, 4, and a 19.
One of them's quite.
One of them
One of them's quite convincing.
is, I imagine the one that the axe is directly over the top of. It's like, please, 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 please.
I have already said I would accept their surrender.
Do the rest of you accept their surrender?
You can leave one alive.
I'll leave 3 alive. And those ones over there, I point menacingly at them with the axe.
Still dripping.
He mocked me.
Do the rest of you accept?
I think if he's got their surrender, then.
It's all a misunderstanding. Let's go have lunch.
So you are now out of combat, with lots of the rest of the Harrington boats are sort of retreating away from you, but the ones in front don't really know what to do, as they're just still sort of.
Well, we've got some questions.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, we will adhere to the Geneva Convention.
All the shackles for their ankles.
As soon as electricity coming from my hand, just like.
Bring up the flame.
With the grey hair on the side going up.
He's just shuffling his feet along the floor.
In his slippers.
I'm a literal sand man, just sand falling out of my guts now. I like that joke.
So, what would you like to do? You are at the scene of the battle. There is a dead Harrington you can probably retrieve from the water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
go.
I imagine
take
his
his
scarf
scarf.
is still
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Reel him in.
I'm going to retrieve
Go
my
fishing.
spinning top.
From him?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I imagine you sort of pull the scarf with not a great deal of delicacy and pull the muddy, sort of splattered corpse of Aidan onto the causeway. You can indeed retrieve your spinning top. The rest
This
of you don't.
scarf,
Well, I'd like to see what else is going on.
how nice does it look? Besides the fact that it's been in the water.
It's quite nice. It's quite well embroidered. It looks old.
I think I'm going to wear it. It's far less of a scarf around me.
No, it's like a 30-40 foot long scarf. It's
Ha-ha!
actually quite long.
This is going to become my new outfit. It's going to be like a kilt.
Are you going to have the hats and
It's all you wear is this one scarf.
scarf?
So the rest of the Harringtons that are still... this boat is probably still around because they're terrified of leaving.
Yeah.
I'm your captain now. Listen to him.
They are...
I'm your captain. Listen.
They're sort
He's
of
the first
affronted
mate.
that what you're doing is taking the leader's iconic thing. It's sort of like taking your enemy's crown and just going, mine! But
So, we, I pointed at my friends, are looking for downtown?
downfall.
Downfall. Downtown. Yeah, we're looking for downfall. We'll go back to the digital map.
Yeah.
We're looking for downfall.
So we'll...
I'm assuming that we're here in the maze.
Yeah.
Let's move that the way.
And then using our excellent patent pending, you don't know what's coming later in the adventure.
Honest.
Shadow.
Yeah, they sort of point in the direction of the causeway and sort of say, if you keep going, the main direction of the causeway, you'll find the giant stump. Keep going across, and you'll head to the direction of downfall. So you sort of want to keep going that way.
Yeah.
And you'll make it.
Did the boss man have anything else interesting on him?
Not on him, no.
In him,
You
yes.
can pick up his brand if you want to. You can retrieve that from the water too. But when you hold it,
Probably
it
sizzling.
does not glow hot anymore, and it just becomes essentially a mace.
I can make it blow hot.
Yes.
Heat metal.
I'd also like to go up to the other people and sort of say, "So, I remember hearing that song around a fair bit before. You guys are obviously part of what was a little outfit round
They're
here.
gonna need a new song.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
It does. They're all kind of sort of in shock and horrified, but it's very much like their world has just come crashing down.
Yeah.
They don't really know what to do.
Don't worry, you'll find somebody
Were
else.
any of this lot the ones that tried to rob us earlier?
Make a
They're making themselves very
investigation check.
Could I roll that as well?
Yeah. So two of you. Yeah.
There's two of them at the bottom of the water there.
8.
15.
You don't see the rabbits that accosted you. They may be back further out. They may be somewhere else. They may be avoiding you in one of the other boats that's turning tail and just very quickly realising their lucky escape earlier.
Oh, sorry, we left the oven on at home. We just need to.
Oh, is that the time? I said the one back 10 minutes ago.
If I hadn't been fighting Ganassi, I would have gone down when he hit me with that poker.
Can't go and get the kids from primaries.
He also has 2 attacks and a +7 3d6, and you meet him at level 2. Seems entirely fair.
And yet we just wiped him out anyway.
I only did 1 attack then.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Because his attacks
It
can
was a
one-shot
bit-
most
yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised none of you tried to catch the scarf.
They're never close enough, really. Not when we can still see him.
30, 40 foot long.
Strength
I
is
was
not
too
my
busy
forte.
No,
playing.
I'm not surprised you didn't try.
I was busy playing battleships.
Having the absolute time of your life.
D4 hit.
You sunk my battleship.
Well, that's the first time I've used the wildfire spirit. And that, when it first appeared, it was quite. It appeared, then it teleported, and okay, that's 2 of them gone.
Yeah.
So the 3 Harringtons that you intimidated will guide you across the causeway and sort of point you at the end of their domain, quote unquote, towards downfall.
I'm thinking.
Is there anything else you want to do while you're on the causeway?
I'm thinking. Where's their base? Where was
The giant stump in the
located?
centre of it.
Have a look with an
Yeah, worth
investigation of that.
investigating that, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my point.
Yeah, we do have the monarch with us, so even if they haven't agreed to that yet, they will do it.
I don't understand this monarch thing. They don't listen to me.
No, you're supposed to draw a card at the end of your turn.
I can. Damn it!
They've
I'm
got the
owed
rules
5 cards.
quite mixed up. So you sort of walk across, you can just drag the raft sort of under the causeway that is meant to be circumnavigated by boats. They take you to a giant stump that's sort of a good 30-40 feet across, 80 feet high. It's a big tree stump. There's sort of like a den in the hollowed out part of the centre, and there are loads of other skiffs and sort of other boats, and there are quite a few Harringtons here that don't really know what to do. They're all looking a little bit lost.
What,
Some of them are leaving now. Others.
Your leader just got polymorphed.
I say the fact he's wearing the scarf should.
Probably make them feel worse, I imagine.
So I failed my concentration save.
Yeah, so we want to sort of head off once we get to the stump.
See if there's anything interesting here.
Yeah, as I say,
They'll point you in the direction. Someone will take you in the direction of downfall as far as they can.
I I'd also like to ask one of the people that we're kindly being escorted by. So, was this always a stump? Was there something else here in the past? Or?
Yeah, it grew as a stump.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
dead
happened
tree
to this
grew as a
tree?
dead
Traditionally-
tree.
They're trees.
What happened to it?
They don't know. For as long as they know, it's been dead. And when you see that it's almost fossilized at this point, the tree's been dead a very long time.
Right.
But was a truly massive tree. Think like giant redwood size at some point. Again, they made a nest, and you could put a small house in the space, in sort of the hollow trunk.
Jeez. Yeah. Anything in the den then?
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So there is a mound of treasure. The word treasure being
Doing a lot of heavy lifting.
yeah.
So there's that. So
There's
that
a
is
round
a
of treasure
49.
to someone.
It's a pile of stuff. 49.
Yes.
A piece of parchment bearing a child's drawing of an Oni, which I think is a magical creature.
Oni.
Oni.
O-N-I?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
so it's
Oni,
like
yeah. Japanese spirits.
yeah,
I think.
they're almost
Yeah.
like the Japanese equivalent of
The rest
a
of you.
gin.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm going
The rest
to
of you
have
are free to sort of
I'm
dig
gonna have
into
a-
the pile.
23.
23.
I
A
might as well.
gossamer shawl that glows faintly in the moonlight, which I imagine would just catch on fire immediately the second you put it on.
Oh no. I can stop my clothes bursting into flame.
Okay.
63.
63. A black executioner's hood sized for a pixie or a sprite, but I'll allow you to wear it as well if you want.
Look what I got!
86.
86.
I put the executioner hood on. I point at you.
A tiny, unfinished doll's house sized for a pixie child. You just get a
Oh,
weird, weirder stuff. And make an investigation check. You
Pixie's
specifically.
tiny, aren't
There's a fucking pixie living in it.
they?
That's probably going to be. Oh no. Is
That
it?
is a no, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it'll be like a 9.
You
probably.
you don't find the gourd that took your memories.
Oh, that's an 8.
You really don't find it.
Throw that over my shoulder.
I imagine you pick it up and break it somewhere in the distance as you're sort of rummaging through an assorted pile of Feywild trinkets, clothes, various things. that have been
Take the hood
taken.
off and cut a couple of ear holes on it.
So you still. Is there anything else you would like to ask the various Harringtons while you're there? Is there anything else you would like to do? At this
Could you
point,
take
it's
a
sort of
+1
early
back?
afternoon, so after midday.
I'd like to ask them
Did I
sort of what they
take
did
Don't
before
think I did.
the realm was
Do you want
broken.
to?
What was this place like before?
I could use it as a half, yeah.
It was
I think it's a
hidden.
dagger for you.
Or a short sword.
Yeah, it was the
They-
weapon of the Fey Dragon.
Yeah,
he
plus
gave
1.
me his +1, what we called a +1 dagger for me.
Yeah.
But if you wanted it,
I could use it when
I would imagine it's just a +1.
It's a +1
Yeah,
dagger
dagger.
for
Because all I'm doing is shouting insults at the moment.
Yeah.
Ah!
So they, I imagine if you spend some time sort of around the trunk, an hour or so, you'll find sort of an older Harrington that explains that Aidan Longstaff was once sort of a bandit and a thorn in the sign of Zebulnir. She nailed his scarf to a tree so that he would never be able to leave again. But he and Bavlova struck a deal where they would effectively work for Bavlova in exchange for his freedom, and he sort of reformed his old gang at that point. And much like Team Rocket waiting for Giovanni to come back, they were literally just sitting around going, "Well, come on then, let's go back robbing," because that's the sort of people they are. It is a small minority of Harringtons that are like this, but this is where the thievy bandit ones
Yeah.
sort of live.
Oh, you thievy bandits, you. Right.
I think we've got all we're going to get here.
Shall we take a 10-minute break? Just cooldown.
That is probably a good
But that
place
also
for.
involve a short rest too.
No.
or-
Game.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
not
take a short rest at the.
So we're just going to take a short little
if
break,
I'm-
people.
Yeah, I need short rest.
And we're back. And I think that's a terrible position.
So we have taken a short rest in. Short rest in the game and in real life.
Flawless start there.
Flawless start by me dropping my pencil on the floor.
Sure, no one noticed.
It's not like we're on camera or anything.
It's fine. We're all fine. How are you?
Okay. What would you like to do?
We were God, can't even speak. We were approaching Downfall, I
Okay.
believe.
So the Harrington sort of escort you to the end of the Brigand's Tollway. And you go back into sort of the swampy, marshy sort of type situation that you were going through before. After you walk for half an hour or so, is a party in general. You start hearing laughter and sort of what someone can either make a perception check with advantage, or two of you can make a.
Or let
check.
someone do it at advantage as a tradition.
I've got a good.
I've started using that in my Golden Bolts campaign, so it's just easier than getting everybody to roll.
Yeah. Unless it's a group check. Just that one person.
18.
You hear what sounds like children's laughter coming from sort of just the other side of a bush or.
Oh no, that's danger.
I think someone's laughing at us.
It's you. Never.
Yeah.
I shall, of course, point this out to my comrades.
Yep.
Can anyone else hear it as well?
You can all hear it. It's,
Okay.
it's you that specifically realises what
Let's
the
go
sound
to
is.
the laughing children.
So you go around that
Yes,
side.
it is.
You go around that side and just see what
I
we
could
can find.
send the familiar ahead as well, but try and look through its eyes as well.
So how are you approaching?
Stealthily wink. Sorry, stealthily asterisk.
Yeah. So you
I will
send.
stealth check myself
Yeah, we
anyway.
stealth.
I don't know.
If you are attempting to be stealth, can you all roll
Yeah.
stealth
Sure.
checks?
Why not?
Good boy.
This should prove interesting.
5.
It's the worst that can happen.
Do you really want to ask?
But as far as I'm concerned,
Ooh.
I'm stealthy as fuckboy.
You are always. Yeah.
I suspect you're being more stealthy than I am.
7.
You're being more stealthy than I am.
Yeah.
4.
So
14.
in
I
your
can't
mind,
do worse than that.
you are
Look,
silently,
be quiet. Shh. Come on, you're making too much noise now. Come on.
more or less, as you sort of split into two parties. You go around for the bush in very. You're not being stealthy at all. In your minds, this is a silent
We're
operation.
ninjas.
Yeah. The creatures on the other side are fully aware of your presence, given
Yeah.
your.
Stealthy approach.
Yep, definitely. So you'll be sort of around up here now. And what you can see is a number of very small pixies, fairies, that sort of thing.
Furries, you say?
Fairies. They look like pixie and fairy children from. You've seen pixies and
Yeah,
fairies,
yeah.
they're already
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
These are really small.
Just say that
You-
OLs, we saw a bunch of fairies.
You
They were
saw
the wisps.
Will o' the
They
Wisps,
wisps,
which
yeah.
are more sort of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
soul of something.
I got my executioner's hood on.
Time to do some executing.
And you, as you watch these children sort of seem to be flying into the swamp, as the swamp appears to be bubbling and bubbles of gas are sort of forming on the surface. They appear to be flying into the gas, and then laughing outrageously as they sort of come out again.
Laughing gas.
Oh boy.
Well, as you can all now see this weird scene, they and if you watch for a couple of minutes, they do this repeatedly. This appears to be a game to them.
Good game, good game.
Hello, children. Do you happen to know where Downfall is?
And they sort of point off in the direction.
Is that the direction we were heading? Or
Yeah,
we
more,
complete-
more or less the same direction.
What you doing?
Play! Do you want to play with us?
Sure.
They sort of wait and then start pointing to a bubble that's sort of forming. Jump in it!
I throw the herring.
Hey! I don't resist.
Will you roll a d8, please?
Or-
Harrington, the one who enters the gas, rolls a d8.
7.
Hideous warts erupt across the character's body. The warts are unattractive but have no harmful effects. And this is greeted by an absolute raucous laughter from the rest of the sort of pixies and fairies that are...
What? What's wrong? Nothing wrong with that.
What are the rest of you?
I'm staying clear.
I make a minor illusion of his head to show him the cantrip.
I'll also make a minor illusion. What? This?
And you look at your hand and go, oh!
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh, sure. Here we go.
They are trying to get the rest of you to jump in the gas, and you notice that at least several of the fairies and pixies jump into the gas with the Harrington.
17.
17. This is not a permanent effect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
You'll sleep it off. You'll be fine.
but what you do notice is that the effects
What's
work
happening to
on the
them?
children,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
but only very temporarily. So
Yeah.
they fly into the gas bubble,
It's
get
kind of more
covered
of like
in
yeah,
warts,
yeah.
and then seconds later they disappear. But they are
I'm keeping an eye on the Harrington. 1, 3.
Mississippi 4. Which dice should I roll?
but they are being very encouraging, trying to get you guys to participate and to jump into the gas.
Yeah, having seen what's happened to him, I don't think I'll be joining in.
I mean, I've seen
Kind
it's
of
not
have very
permanent.
low
I
self
feel fine.
control, so.
I feel fine.
Oh no, I'm not going to jump.
I'm going to push me.
I rolled a 20 on my.
Good job.
If I'm
Do you jump into the gas?
like,
You know
pushing
what?
against my
Sure.
leg, and I'm just like.
Life's not short. Why not?
Roll a d8.
Alright.
He gets younger.
Says the old guy,
A
life's
2.
too short.
Whenever a character speaks, their words come out as gibberish.
No
And
change there.
only other characters affected by the gas can understand them. So you can understand him, but you two can't.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
This does not affect your ability to cast spells because
Oh.
You understand what you're saying.
you understand what you're saying. But
Okay.
ironically, no one else knows what spell you're trying to say because
I mean, he's talking gibberish,
Yeah.
like he's casting a spell. Charlie Sheen, tambourine, shrink to the size of a lima bean.
Is this one permanent as well? It's not.
no,
is it?
no,
Yeah.
permanent, no.
No, this specific one is.
Really screwed me. But
Yeah,
But they
I
are-
am not jumping in the gas.
Yeah.
I've made my check to resist myself.
Yeah, given he's covered in warts, I can no longer understand what he's saying. I'm not.
And you can try and push me in.
Something tells me that's not going to succeed.
What's your max lift?
well, since they're
Do you
the
even
pixies
lift,
are
bro?
jumping, can I at least talk to them for like a couple of seconds before
Yeah.
if it wears off on
They-
them?
they
Oh,
can-
thank you very much.
They're
It's very fun.
going in and out. You can
Yes,
always
you-
assume
you
that
yell
they
at them.
will.
Help me, they've kidnapped me. I was in an old people's home.
Does he know he's talking gibberish?
No, well, until we say something, I would assume
Yeah.
not. Because
No.
he'll understand himself.
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Yeah, I
understands
understand myself
himself.
perfectly.
So he's very confused.
We're
as
like,
to-
what
Yeah.
the fuck are you saying? And he's like, what? He's talking normally.
Oh god.
Yeah. I swear you haven't been in the gas, no?
Do
So
you-
tell
do
me
you
about this contract.
Are you going to jump into the gas again to see what happens, or
I want to try and push you in.
It's not going to happen.
do you allow him to try?
By putting him back in the gas.
Do you allow him to put you back in the gas?
Can he say no?
Cannonball!
Can he say no?
Sure.
Roll a d8.
Get covered in warts again.
6.
Roll again.
3.
3. The character experiences the most annoying case of hiccups. You can't actually cast spells. You have to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw and have disadvantage on dexterity on stealth checks.
Every time I hiccup, I bounce.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going in now.
Right.
It's the
Thank you very much, children, for such a wonderful experience for our.
Oh, it's very, very entertaining. I'll grant you.
We'll be on our way.
So they let you two leave.
Uh-huh.
As you two, and particularly you, try and leave, they try and stop you, and they sort of hint that they might have something for you because you played their game. Do you follow them?
I'm listening.
They take you sort of a few meters to the side and under a
Monkey.
and they sort of point to
What?
sort of a bush and just sort of like, in there.
We mug people.
Alright. I'll go and look.
We're gone.
You and me, old man?
He can understand you.
I agree.
Why not?
If you do you try and retrieve the item
Oh,
or whatever,
lucky. Yeah.
it's
why
an egg.
Hey.
It's an unusually large egg.
Oh.
Definitely not a chicken's egg.
Right.
Way bigger.
A duck's egg.
Second bracket.
Can I sort of try and investigate at all? see-
Nature or survival?
Oh god,
Or you can bring it to the droid and you can roll with
We
advantage.
I was
should
going to say.
poach an ostrich
Yeah.
egg.
Yeah, we could do that. Take to the druids. If you want to have a look at this, then we got.
yeah, I can have it.
Nature or survival, one of you
Don't
can
go
roll an
picking
advantage
up
for either
random
one of
I've
those.
got a plus
In
3 to
forests.
nature.
Plus 3 to
What's the
survival.
worst that can happen?
You might as well roll then.
Get
Yeah.
that dinosaur.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
That dinosaur.
Nice deity.
But you could raise it from an egg.
No.
Ooh, that's a 21.
You recognise what this egg is.
Ooh.
It's an owlbear egg.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Take it up me before I drop it.
The real question is, fertilised or unfertilised?
Fertilised.
Put a light for it.
Ooh.
Oh, the high roll, yeah. It's
Yeah.
There
There is a
something in it.
growing owl
Produce
bear in
flame.
this.
So, question you guys have is: do you want to try and hatch the egg?
I mean, yes, of
Who's
course
got
we do.
Who's got
Yeah.
a warm bum?
I can wrap
I'm
it
looking
in a
at you.
scarf.
I try and turn my familiar into a chicken to sit on it.
Well, I tell you what, I've got this gossamer shawl. I'll wrap the egg in it and sling it around myself.
Okay.
And just keep it close to my. Obviously, my body
Yeah,
temperature is going to be higher than everyone else. And just
I'm going to, whilst the little bit's poking out, I'm going to draw some little eyes on it. Smiley face.
got like a baby carrier. Now,
Meet your brother, Frank.
But you carry on.
We're going to carry on
Yeah,
the
downfall.
downfall.
Yep.
Downfall.
Towards downfall.
Downfall.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that was my knee.
Cool.
So,
So,
to plan.
as you're walking, it takes you sort of another half an hour. You
Yeah.
come across quite a peculiar sight. You see
that's
two.
got to be something in the Feywild.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you come across a perfectly normal sight.
A hiccup in Harrington.
Bouncing up and down the road, covered in warts. You see two suits of armour sort of standing, facing each other. Either side of there's sort of a very boggy area. There's sort of a small stream, two very small mounds, and these two suits of armour standing opposite each other, just facing each other, not moving.
Opposite mounds.
Opposite mounds. So two mounds, two suits of armour, one standing on each.
Does there appear to be anything inside the suits? Or
Make an Arcana check.
12.
Not as far as you can see.
Empty suits of armour.
Throw a rock on.
Bing.
Got any sort of crests on them or anything? Or
Do you approach them to look more closely?
pretend a familiar look for its
Oh, we're going to
eyes.
have to go for upright blue one.
Right.
Last row. Slightly less bright blue one.
Yeah. If I send the familiar through to look through its eyes, I could have a look maybe.
Because that is a blue that scares
Flying.
in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
They are worn, dented, but there are no sort of obvious markings or anything like that. They are just
Right.
standing.
Warm.
And again,
Yeah.
there appears to be nothing holding them up. There is nothing in them. It is a freestanding suit
Have
of
they
armour.
pose?
Do you approach it?
Yeah.
So as you approach one of them, you get within sort of 10, 15 feet of it, it turns and starts mimicking what you're doing. So it's not moving, but it's walking in place as you walk up to it. It copies you. Again, he doesn't take his helmet. It doesn't take its helmet off. As you get closer, you may have seen these before. They're animated suits of armor.
I bow.
It bows to you.
So polite, this.
Do the that old mirror thing where standing in front of it as you move it, we can just.
Do any of the rest of you sort of look in? What are the rest of you doing as Ico is trying to bridge?
literally like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
look
lost
at
it.
them, try and investigate them again, see what makes them move or anything.
They're animated suits of
Yeah.
armor. It's a creature. It's a creature
Oh.
you have heard of.
Oh. Okay.
You've never quite heard of them doing this before.
We're in the
Yeah.
Feywild.
Like I say, it's a Feywild. It's,
Yeah.
We are in the Feywild after
You
all.
are in the Feywild.
yeah, the unusual is starting to become boring now.
The extraordinary is so ordinary.
Do any of you? What are the rest?
I'm gonna try and touch it.
It touches you back. So if you go to poke with a finger, it sort of reaches out with a
Yeah.
finger to meet you.
Okay, I'm going to go up to the other one and do one of those greetings. Do the old
It copies you.
yeah. Spot on. Fist bump.
They garden the road then.
Well, there's a stream.
So there's a
Two
whole
mountains.
load of streams. Do you investigate the streams?
Yeah.
Roll a d8.
6.
As you sort of look at the stream between the two suits of armour, you see reflected in the water a short, mean old-looking woman wearing a crimson cap, a leather apron, and iron boots, uses a cleaver to chop meat in a drab kitchen, and you can sort of see that in the water.
I'm busy.
I'm doing the old.
Do you want to have a
Yeah,
look?
oh,
You see
Roll a
that?
d8.
I'm gonna look, see. It's gone. There we go. 2.
A bullywug, bedecked in trappings of the monarchy, constantly adjusts his ill-fitting crown of lily blossoms while leafing through a large tome spread across his lap, is what you can see.
What you looking at down there? Can't understand him, and he's just hiccuping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can roll a d8 if you want to see what they...
Yeah, let's see what's
Women cutting things.
3.
A hag with toad-like features relapses in a pool of water while miniature versions of her ladle water over her, pouring it over her head and shoulders.
I think we've gone too far now.
Did you roll 3?
Yeah.
Hopefully
Do
I-
you, or are you just busy fist bumping a suit of armour? D8.
No.
You fist bump it that much.
I'm
Pop on his arm.
going to just continue with the piece of armour.
What was the name of the thing I saw again? The creature?
Bollywood.
Pollywog. It's like a frog toad
Oh.
type sentient creature.
Okay.
I'm trying as best I can to catch it out.
Okay.
Like, sudden movement. Oh, wait for
Just walk
that.
away.
Until we leave, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And what are the rest of you doing?
I don't understand this.
You found the one thing that I'm willing to hyper focus on. Have you tried like going into the water?
Can I see where this stream goes or leads from, like a source?
It's a
or
bog.
just- Oh, okay.
Water's kind of everywhere. It's just sort of
Yeah.
moving between the mounds.
Does it look
Okay.
like swimmable water?
Yeah, it's not that deep. You could wade it.
Does it look filthy, dirty?
All the water is sort of muddy water.
Just have a
I look at my dirty self. I jump in. Cannibal! With the woman's face in my ass.
That you get wet and muddy. You can no longer see the woman once you're in the water.
But can they still see the woman?
They can never
through
see the woman.
Or
They
not,
can
but
see
whatever they
yeah.
see through the ripples.
No, that's now gone as the surface of the water is disturbed. If you wait, the visions will come back.
Okay.
Look out.
I don't think I need the visions to come back.
I'm
Are you finished playing?
done. He says, turning around.
I'm just saying, yeah, I'm finished now.
Can I try and see what book my fellow's reading, or is it impossible to see? He's reading.
It's impossible to see.
50 Shades of Green. Goblins. Love story.
Should we move on?
Bullywog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on.
He has
So-
Bullywog royalty.
We move on to
Downfall.
Downfall.
Downfall. So,
Downfall.
So you will be approaching
What will be on
from there.
Okay, so this water goes
where
into
are we
Downfall.
approaching from?
Yeah. D1.
There we go. Nope, that's wrong.
Excuse me. I need more sleep.
There we go.
Thick fog hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you, so that the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you have entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving in 2 rowboats. Manning the oars of each of them are bullywugs.
Interesting.
Oh, they're like the ones I saw in my vision.
You are now intelligible again. And there
Oh,
are
okay.
some
As
hiccups.
much as he ever, as much as he ever is.
Yeah.
Right.
As you're so you're on the raft at this point. I imagine you're going up, and the rowboats are coming down to meet you. Hello.
How?
Welcome to Downfall, travellers. The first Gullywug explains. So there's a rowboat and there's 2 Bullywugs standing in the front of either of the boat. One of them introduces himself as, I am the Count of the Soggy. I'm the Count of the Rotten Leaf. And this is my son, the Lord of the Dirty Bedroom. And one of the Bullywugs sort of turns to go, Dad! Well, that's your official title until you clean your room.
Literally about to say, how old is he?
Let me
Is it?
guess, his mother is the lady of the naughty boy.
But you do notice that the 2 Bullywugs, in particular, that are standing at the front of the boat greeting you, are wearing what could once have been sort of fancy clothes and rough.
Yeah.
They're clearly making an effort, but there's not a lot of choice around here. As they greet you, they sort of say, if you are new here, you are free to make the introduction to our king, Gullop the 19th. You are free to stay in Downfall as long as you observe our laws and customs.
Do you have a list of your laws and
Yes.
customs?
Yeah.
They're the same as those in the rest of the Prismere.
Let's say we're not from around these parts.
I think we hide that quite well.
to find them again. That's
One can only marry your first cousin.
But I like my second cousin. Marry them both.
So one of the Bodyworks sort of sighs and just says, "Look, don't steal, treat guests nicely, and return all favours."
Ah,
Sounds fair.
favours.
Thank you.
Cool.
Where is an inn?
They don't have one.
Where is a place we can set up camp?
Have a drink in establishment.
Somewhere we can stay.
If you want to ask those questions, you'll have to ask our king.
Fair enough. Where's your king?
Yeah. Where's your king?
Take us to your leader.
There.
So up there. Okay.
Yeah. So they will escort you to sort of this area, sort of a docking station. Not docking station. A dock.
Oh, that is a docking station or something.
They sort of escort you to a dock, and there are loads of other.
How much are we going to have to pay to dock Frank?
Nothing. There are loads of other bodyworks around. Your arrival is drawing quite the attention. You just travellers.
Are they
Yeah.
short again like the rabbit people, or are they normal size?
Hey.
They're probably sort of like 4 foot standing on their legs, but they obviously
yeah.
they're frogs, so they
Yeah.
squat a lot.
Small for my age.
You keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll dock up, tie up Frank. Everybody remember where we parked.
You tie up Charlie.
For all intents and purposes, you have free reign of Downfall to explore. They suggest you go and introduce yourself.
I mean, yeah,
By the
probably.
look of things, there's
Got-
not a lot of downfall to explore.
First port of call should probably be to introduce ourselves to the king.
King the
Yeah.
14th.
19th.
19th.
Gallop the 19th.
The 14th was an asshole.
I suspect 19th isn't that much better. Yeah, to go see the king.
We'll make our way across the. I presume there's like a bridge from
D3.
here to here,
D3.
and then we'll go to D3.
So
By D2.
you walk past there. As you walk sort of down towards the stepping stones, so D2, looming above a ramshackled wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes
Dragon.
tied around wooden posts driven into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out of various tears in the patchwork fabric. A bulwark stands near the top of a ladder's, don't know why there's an S there, and using a long silver needle and spool is trying to sort of sew the balloon back together. A second bodywork stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it, and huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs who, sort of, you see they've all got ropes tied to them and they're sort of anchoring down the balloon as they sort of pick off the nearby
So
flies.
we've got mending. You make that quick.
But you do recognise this balloon. It looks
Ah.
very similar to the one that was crashed at the tower. All the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
back down there.
Okay.
I would imagine this is potentially where what's his name got his balloon from.
Yeah.
Given there was a dead bollywog in that balloon with
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
evidence is
Well,
mounting.
That
I've
would
seen one of
suggest-
these before.
That would suggest the Bollywogs may not be on our side.
Well, they don't know anything about it.
Why would they not be on our side?
Well, because I would maybe guess on the side of the hag. Which by default puts them on the other side.
Yeah, 'cause the guy was in a cage.
Yeah, but were they, well, he was in a cage, but was it for the hag or was it just because they're Bollywogs?
I think it's because I think they were trying to help him. I mean, this is me just remembering my own little thing. I think they were trying to help him escape. They were heading towards getting the key to release him so that he could go home. But I could be wrong.
I'm not convinced about that.
You're in the home of the bollywogs, you could attempt to find out.
You're the guys with the high charisma.
What?
He's the guy with the high charisma.
One of you do. One of you. Do you keep going across the stepping stone bridge, or do you stay and look at the giant balloon?
So I'm going to keep an eye out on the giant balloon, wondering if there's potentially an easier way to fix the holes, like not whilst it's being filled and emptied of gas.
But how do you know where the leaks are?
Well, you find them, and then you mark them, and then you take it down and fill the holes.
There's quite a lot of leaks.
Or you just start afresh. What's
Right,
the
should we go meet
balloon made of? Is it just canvas, or is it a special...
Yeah, it's sort of like canvas rags that are just stitched together.
We'll walk as we walk past it.
You missed the spot.
Good day.
I suspect mending wouldn't actually work on it because they're
It's too
individual
big.
pieces. They're individual pieces,
Yeah.
and you're not repairing a single piece. You're,
Patchwork together.
yeah.
What a fine balloon you have there. Well, sorry. Deflated balloon you have there.
So you're sort of talking to the bollywog holding the ladder. I imagine it's just sort of doing it very, just sort of leaning
It's
off.
like,
You're doing a good job.
Thank you. We pride ourselves on our balloons. They're main source of transportation.
So do you do balloon trips in here then?
For the right price, and once we get it fixed, I'm sure we can.
find out what caused the leaks first.
Yeah, how did he get holes?
Oh, dragons!
Oh, they always leak. That's fine, it's what they do.
So, we get in a basket with a balloon that has a leak in it.
Yeah.
To not crash and die.
So far?
I went.
I mean, admittedly, these are the finest balloons that we've seen in this realm.
I went on TripAdvisor and I've seen 1 star.
That doesn't mean that they're not shit, but they are the finest balloons you'll find in this
I
kingdom.
mean, the fact they're the only balloons has nothing to do with it. They are still the finest.
We're on our way to see the king.
We are
Yeah,
always
we are.
thinking.
Yeah.
Any advice?
Yeah.
Just remember your manners.
Is there anything in particular he likes
Yeah.
that
What
we can
presents
pick up
can we
in
bring
town before we make our way to see him?
Yeah.
Anything he likes in town, he'd have.
Fair enough.
Well, that's
That
what we
is
don't have.
the king.
What do we have that he would?
An egg.
No. Frank?
No.
No. If you're not giving up your child, I'm not giving up mine.
But, has anyone borrowed any of your balloons recently?
One was stolen. Yes,
Stolen?
stolen.
But that's not what I asked. I asked borrowed.
Oh, then no.
Well, but then he said.
Yeah.
Haha, tricked you.
Borrowed without asking.
Why would someone steal a balloon?
I suggest you try and talk to the king about this. He has more information than we do.
Fine.
Let's go meet the king.
You do a good job holding that ladder steady. Health and safety will love you.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's this new thing I've come up with.
Yeah. It's called OSHA.
Would you like to start a union?
Make sure you got risk assessment.
I think that would be a fun thing, is unionising a dungeon of
Yeah.
baddies.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to go to work.
With demanding longer breaks,
Yeah, week after week, adventurers come in here and kill us off.
less axes.
At least get some danger pay.
Right, so
Yes.
we'll make our way across the stones,
Okay.
and then
Who is going first?
I'll go first.
And so there are 5 stones.
Are they like frog leaps apart?
There's a small jump, but you can all easily make it.
Boing, boing, boing.
Do
boing.
you step on every stone on your way through?
Well,
Are they in the water, or are they suspended above?
They're in the water with the
okay.
tops sort of.
We're going
sticking
like
at the top.
Takeshi's Castle, aren't we?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to. Has anybody else gone across these whilst we've been here?
Nope.
Maybe I'll wait 5 minutes and see if anybody goes across.
You know,
You can see that
have you got a stick?
they
Yeah, I've
tend
got
to
the
either
water stuff,
swim
I
or
just go
use
and poke
hooks
them
Poke
to,
it.
to
Yeah,
move
poke 'em.
across.
Hold the stick.
Screw it. I'm gonna go first, third,
Awesome. The first one, completely fine. As you land on the third one, you feel sort of the ground rumbling as the pillar sort of emerges out of the water, and you realise that it wasn't a pillar at all. It was a gale of dur, or a stone elemental, that was just sitting.
Oi oi.
Would you want face?
A bit weird of you to be stood next to some stones for crossing a river.
What languages do you speak?
Common.
No.
Funny enough,
Orcish.
I speak primordial.
Does not help you.
Celestial?
It should do. It's primordial is language of the.
Not on the Fae.
No, well,
Not of this particular one. There's a different language.
Celestial?
Nope.
Sylvan,
So-
Elvish.
Common Elvish and Druidic. Druidic and primordial.
Druidic. Funny, he doesn't look druid. Great film. Spaceballs.
Oh my god, the parody
The
movies need to come
lunchbox.
back properly.
1-800 Druidia.
What's the passcode? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the sort of passcode an idiot would have on his luggage.
Just checking the script of the movie.
Let's go change the code of my luggage.
So yeah, the rest of you watch as the sort of the what you thought was a pillar just sort of stands up and starts walking away.
Is this whilst I'm on top of its head?
Oh no, you're now
Oh,
in the water.
Okay.
Nah,
How deep is the water?
that's someone bigger than you.
Make a charisma check first.
Okay.
Charisma check for the water.
Well, a charisma check to see if the gale of dirt throws you off before he walks away.
3.
Yeah, he throws you off before he walks away. How deep is the water? I would say it's swimming depth.
Cool.
So it's more than 10 feet.
I put on my water wings. Doggy pad my way across. I'm already wet. I'm just going to swim the rest of the way.
Cool. But with that, we will roll initiative.
Cool.
Oh.
Fucking leeches.
Oh god.
Okay, so we need to move those off.
As we transform.
Are we just going to use this as a thing, or are we going to...
There is... Yeah, we'll just use this. So, for argument's sake, the thing you jumped on was there. So you will be there. Water as well. Water is... The rest of you will be on dry land, so to speak. So, I go.
17.
I go 17.
Marius.
6.
Nice. Elor.
16. Better.
Woo-woo.
I think I'm going last.
Actan.
10.
Ah!
Can't take all the credit.
So, Actan and Marius are quite slow to respond as they're not sort of walking
They're not paying
normally, and
attention,
all of a sudden the ground below you literally starts coming alive. Beneath you. So, up first is Igo. You are in the water.
I'm just going to start swimming for the opposite shore. Where we're heading towards, that sort of way.
Cool, okay. Elor.
So we're fighting this golem, right?
No, the golem's just walking off.
Oh, okay. So what are we fighting? Just
You don't know yet.
Oh, God.
They haven't surprised us yet.
Yeah, just... Wow. Try and figure out another way across, I guess.
Well, you now know
You
that
can- you can
number
say you can
3
jump
is
the
not a
distance.
viable...
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, try and go and jump the distance, I guess, and go across. However far that is.
Yeah, so
That's pretty
That's,
yeah, you'll end up there, effectively.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. My turn. you watch as you're swimming in the water. You feel something large sort of swimming next to you. Make a deception, nature, or survival check, and you can make one too.
It'll be a 12 on survival.
Oh, that's 20.
Cool.
I was 22.
You don't really get to see this. You do get to see this. So what you see is a creature known as a mero. Sort of a large fish-like with feature with the tail of a fish, sort of humanoid hands, a humanoid type head, kind of like a nightmarish mermaid.
Yeah.
Is sort of a way to describe
Them
that.
Harry Potter mermaids.
They're quite dangerous mermaids. It's going to come up and try and bite you for 16 to hit.
Hits.
11 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to try and rake you with its claws for 19 to hit.
Hits.
Five, 9 points of damage.
Cool. I'm
Actan.
on 3 hit points from
So-
full.
You don't really get to see this because it's sort of you're swimming in the water and you're being attacked by an aquatic creature.
We're only level 2,
And he's not raging.
and I just took 20 points of damage.
He's not raging.
That would take me out.
Yeah,
Well,
take me out.
it's going to try and take you out. So this one sort of emerges above the water with a harpoon, and he's going to try 16.
Yep.
You take 8 points of piercing damage, and can you make a strength check, please?
No.
Well, you have to beat a 9.
4.
You are pulled into the water towards this creature.
Oh dear lord.
Actan.
Oh
I can get you out of there if I need to.
Oh no! I'm more wet! I'm gonna go. Oh, fish, so foolish, swimming without grace. With your tiny brain, you're a watery disgrace. In the depths you dwell, in your world so small. A creature of instinct, no brains at all. Fuck off! Vicious mockery, wisdom saving throw.
1.
I put my D4 away. Cop. I don't know. 1. Six.
It's 1 and it has disadvantage
I'll
on its
attack.
next attack roll. Anything else from you?
Ah, shit. I should have fucking disengaged.
Marius.
Right. Spark, need you. And so my wildfire spirit will appear there. Can you please make a dex saving throw?
2.
Wow, you're on great.
Probably better for you guys.
I know.
Only 3 fire damage.
He takes 3 fire damage.
That is my action. And my bonus action, I shall command my spirit. I'm not going to move from where I am, so spirit will go 1, 2. Would you like to be out of there?
Oh yeah.
And teleport out. So can you make another dex saving throw?
1.
Wow.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
And that is 6.
You.
Oh no, plus B. PB. 7. 6, 7, 8. 8 for fire.
9, 10.
8.
We're just going to keep going until you say he's dead.
6 plus PB, so PB's 2. So 7.
8 or 7.
Roll a 5.
Back up to the top of the round. I go.
I'm going into a rage.
Probably for the best.
I mean, yeah. Not that it will make any difference whatsoever.
That's one of my.
And then I'm gonna swing for this mother trucker. That'll be 17 to hit.
That will hit.
He's going to take 9, 10, 11, 14 damage. Slashing.
You're going to make fish kebabs.
Absolutely takes it.
Yeah. And then I will... That's it.
Elor.
Shoot her!
Yes. Yes. Yeah, how big do I want to make this shot? I only got the one spell slot left, but how hurt does that one look? Like,
Not really.
not a lot. Oh, God, and that was a lot of damage. Oh, jeez.
I did a lot of damage to the other one.
I mean, neither of them are looking particularly perturbed by what's happening.
A whole one.
I mean, these things are big. They are technically
Yeah.
large creatures, so
Right.
massively outside you.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of language at all if I think back through my head? Like,
Make a history check.
Sure.
Or nature or survival, one of the three.
Okay.
For you, it's all history because you've read it in a book. It's just
Yeah.
can you remember that you've read it in a book?
That is a 13.
Abyssal or Aquian?
Well, I have a...
I speak
I-
both of those.
No, I don't, but I do have comprehend language.
But that's a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, so it would take up the slot, but I could try and end this before we all die horribly.
It's up to you. Communication is key, I've been told. I communicate
It's just-
with this axe in my hand.
Yeah, because
Let me
That
ask you a
hurt a lot.
question.
I still think one of my favourite D&D moments is when we had a guy that didn't really do roleplay, and he was to say, "I would like to communicate with him via via Morse code, with lightning bolt to the face." It just came out of nowhere. It's not cool. Cool lightning that you know,
Yeah.
the actual cloud.
You know what? I'm gonna cast comprehend language, one action, and Yellow.
Whoa,
Yeah, yellow wait a minute. What's brought this on, merfolk?
We're here.
Your food.
I thought we were guests of this
They
place
are
down
not
for.
Polyworks.
Right, but they're just around evil.
They live in the water.
Alright.
That's why the pollywogs avoid the water.
That's why the
Yeah.
Polyworks have boats.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat me. I'm all gristle. I'm diseased.
We know that.
Yeah. So can I continue jumping across to the other side and stay out of the water and try and help him up? I know I'm very weak, but I would use the action, haven't I, cast a spell? But
Yeah,
You can
that's
still
a
do your
bonus
move,
action, yeah.
but
yeah.
You could jump across to the next one, try and help I go out.
Yeah.
this one.
He's
Yeah.
a bit far away from me to get.
Yeah.
So
My spirit
what are you
just
trying to
get
do to
that.
help him? Yeah, the map's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it too much.
Guess I'm not very strong. I can try and pull him in with the quarterstaff. I used to try and just get him out of the water so they
He is in
stop.
base combat with.
Ah, true. Actually, yeah.
What are you doing?
Just in the water.
Just
It's just
throws down one of those life-saving rings to me and gets over my shoulders like, God damn!
No, I imagine it sort of goes on your head like a halo. That's as far as
Go
it can
across
get.
your eyes.
yeah.
Ah!
I should have just shot and grasped, really, shouldn't I?
In the water.
Yes.
Clear!
Anything else from you?
No, that's not have any bonus actions. But,
Cool.
We had a friend who once cast lightning bolt at a ghost ship whilst
No!
standing in the lake that the ghost
That one
ship
looks
was
tasty.
in because he was just far enough away.
Actually,
so
that's
he
true.
had to
You would
get
he just
closer.
teleport away, so he's going to sort of swim under
Yeah.
to get to there, and he's going to try and harpoon Druid and see what happens if we put a fire thing into water. For a natural 20.
Blows.
Well, I'll be down then, by imagine.
I somewhat imagine so. Yes. 10, 14 points of piercing. Oh no, 14. 18 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
And you are pulled into the water. This one is going to try and bite you.
That'll hit.
Yep.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
7 points of piercing damage.
I am down.
And then it's going to try and harpoon you into the
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
it has a
only
harpoon
just
sort of
down.
top.
This is
Yeah.
going to be a quick
So, yeah, that's a hit.
20 something.
quick
That's a hit.
campaign, this one, I think.
That's 11 points of piercing damage.
11. Right. 1 hit point.
However, at this moment, you do notice that the Bodyworks are not exactly pleased by what's happening, and they actually do jump to your defence. They don't like the Merrow creatures. So they sort of enter the combat and on your side. I'll go and get a bunch of Lego figures. Actan.
I'm like, you know, it's like one of them war scenes where I'm looking around. You got the druid like, I got you down, and
Pull me into the water that's gently steaming.
Yeah.
then there's
They're
me.
sort of bubbling around
I've
you.
got nothing left.
While I was the one sitting down. And I'm Dumbledore.
Dumbledore!
It's a samurai. These are Nyx's various personalities that I bought for Wednesday.
Right.
But yeah. Actan, what are you doing?
Praying. Go here.
Did that one roll at disadvantage? Almost.
Did it?
It was viciously mocked.
It was indeed. It's
Oh.
just not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that might have been a crit.
I'm probably still
16.
going to hit.
16 will still hit, but it won't be so much damage.
So take off 6.
How much was the total?
16 is what he hit you.
I-
18, sorry. Is what he
18,
hit
so
you.
we've done
18.
12 in total.
Right, so actually I'm knocked down.
Oh, cool.
I have 1 hit point.
Hey! Okay.
You are in the water steaming, I imagine.
Really? Ah! You're my friend! Stab down with the
+1 dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, to hit.
+1 to hit, +1 damage.
17.
Hits.
D4.
+1.
6 piercing damage.
Not bad.
Have that! Ah! Ah!
Marius.
Right. Well, with 1 hit point and no spell slots,
Dodge.
what I'm going to do for my
That's
action.
turn.
So.
No, you're top of the round. He's at the bottom.
Alright.
That was
Am I top of the round?
Yeah, you're
so,
first.
Oh no, and then I swung at him, didn't I? Eventually.
I'll reach up my hands and I'll start drawing the heat away from around the marrow, casting Frostbite. So instead of making it go cold, I'm taking the heat away,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yep.
And can he please make a Constitution saving throw?
No.
So he takes 6 damage, 6 cold damage, and disadvantage on next weapon attack roll. For the its next turn. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to command my spirit. Do you want to move away as well, or are you happy where you are?
No, I want to go.
You can both go.
So it's going to come and land.
Might I suggest it takes the bollywog with it?
So it doesn't get burnt. So yeah, to
If they appear
take
to be helping you, that's probably a good idea.
this, yeah, because to burn the marrow, I can only take 1 of us. So is the Bollywog willing to move?
Yeah.
Fine. So we'll disappear
Yes,
off
like
that
that.
way. I would have stood up in the water. So that's still got a little bit of
But
movement
you're
left.
in the water.
So there we go. We have moved away from it. That is everything. There's nothing close enough to get burned. By
Back
teleportation.
to the top of the round. I go. Hello.
Success!
Hey. So this time I am going to try and shocking grasp it. Well, he's that one. That's it. Natural 20.
Hits.
Oh.
Are you in the water with it?
I believe he's
No,
using
I'm
his
on the-
familiar.
Yeah, no, I'm on the.
Oh, you can just reach down, it's fine.
Yeah. So that is 2.
Clear.
For 8 damage, and it
Already
loses its
unconscious.
reaction.
Did you roll 2 dice, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
I can't see the other one from the
Yeah, A 2 and a 6. There's that, and then bonus action, just try and. Oh, your saves, aren't you? So I'm just try and. I'm small and he's big. I'm just gonna try and pull him out and away while that thing doesn't have its reaction. So try and pull him out.
It is still in base combat with him.
But it doesn't have its reaction.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Chop and grasp it.
yeah, so you
Can I
can
pull
pull
it
it
away?
away if you want.
Yeah, how? Yeah,
He
how
didn't
far can
ask
I
if it
reach?
had any animals left, he said he pulls it away.
It'll be
But
half.
there'd be force movement anyway.
Yeah.
So.
So half.
Yeah,
you
half. Alright, so I think that's 15 then. So I'm going to go back behind that one. I assume
15 would be on top of it.
on top.
CB.
Yeah, right. So 1.
That's the wrong one you moved.
You want to be pulling me,
I know.
not it, I assume. I'm saving you, I'm saving you. It's like, what are you doing?
No, it's just that's right.
Getting closer
1,
to
2,
the
3.
giant creature that's killing you. Not the
That's
Lego man.
not-
The Lego enemy.
Oh yeah, that's the other. Sorry.
Succeeds because it's just so confused. What's he doing?
We're
There we go.
doing a Congo line. Do.
Okay, and then yeah, that's all. That's everything that I have. I think, but I can yell at it saying, "Oi, stop! We're out of the
Okay.
water."
At the beginning of sort of effectively my turn, all of the bodybugs are going to attack, and you're going to see that the Mero
Yeah.
are going to retreat. You are out of combat
Oh.
and you are stabilised. The script is only supposed to. They have 2 rounds of fighting,
Right.
and
And
they
they still nearly took 2 of us
Yeah.
down.
they used it quite efficiently, to say the least.
I've got 1 hit point left.
Same.
8.
So you are in various stages of being hurt, but the various bodywogs that came to help are pulling those of you that are in the water out of the water. Given I'm not sure how much more we're going to get, so let's go back to that map.
I've
so,
gone to the digital one.
no, it's more for you. So you're now over that side of the bank,
Okay.
and you have successfully crossed the first stretch of water.
Success!
I'll probably do
I
one
mean,
or
yeah,
two
we'll
more
do a bit
things.
more, yeah.
Um,
Because it's quite hot. I think I'll forgive going.
I'm guessing one of you is going to make efforts to bring. Oh, none of you have spell slots to do healing left.
No.
No.
One of the Bolyrogs will give you 3 hit points.
Yay!
Wake you up.
Mouth
As
to
a
mouth. with
fountain of.
frog. Mouth to mouth from a frog.
Does that mean I'm a prince?
But yeah, you have successfully made it across, and you now are in the area.
Of the king.
Known as
King's one more area
okay,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're now in the area known as D4, that very famous area. This wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep canonical roof, roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole in its apex. Its windows are blacked out. The air carries the smell of burnt wood. A clothesline attached to one corner of the building exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments. So you're sort of outside the building at this point.
The garments, do they look human?
Polywog.
Polywog garments.
It's not hard to assume that that's someone's washing.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, you know, is it Bollywood clothes or is it...
It's
Uh,
Polywog clothes.
Okay.
I presume we've pretty much just seen Bollywood here.
Yeah,
Outside
well,
of the
Yeah,
people.
there are lots of Polywogs around.
And the other.
yeah, I just thought it might be something else which you'd be able to tell from the clothes outside.
Mm.
No, they have very big necks, all of these clothes.
Yeah.
So we need to get across here to get across the bridge.
You can just walk
Yeah.
around the outside, you don't need to go through the building.
What is there like a symbol on the front of the building or anything like that?
Some of the bollywogs that helped you in the fight inform that that's the balloon factory, but it was set on fire recently.
Do we need a tour of the balloon factory?
Well, it was set on fire. Was that about what?
Of course, the fire lit. Ooh!
No, was that about the time that someone stole a balloon?
At the exact same time, yes.
So why would you set that? Why would you steal a balloon and set the balloon factory on fire?
At some point, we
Slow
really
down.
need to go. So these hags, yeah. What's your opinion on them?
Yeah.
Did you
So
ask that out loud?
I think the fact that we rescued this thing from that balloon, one was stolen, this was set on fire. It might be worth having a quick look inside if we can, if they're willing to let us.
Is there a window?
The room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burned and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever those shelves contain. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where the smouldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bollywog in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water, whose contents he spills over the side in his haste.
So very recently put out.
Still actively being put out would be the.
Huh.
I think we should help them. I think I'll go in there and start casting frostbite to start taking the heat out of parts of it.
Come into me. Is it rolling around?
Okay. So the Bollywog introduces himself as Duke Ickrind,
Duke Ickrind.
for whatever reason. And yeah, so he, as you sort of start casting frost magic, he sort of says, "Grab a bucket. There are more fires." Sort of pointing to the rest of you.
Right, grabbing the bucket.
How big is the biggest bucket they've got here?
Throw the fire
Pretty
over
small
you.
for you.
I think my blood can put enough things out, can't I?
Sand.
I'll
on one
get
hit point.
several buckets of water.
To start peeing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try and help.
Yeah, you spend sort of 10-15 minutes putting the putting various bits of the fire out, and the Duke sort of breathes a very deep sigh of relief. It's just like, "Thank you. I've been
Stabbed by a couple bits.
trying to do that for days." And he hands you a brass brooch in the shape of a fly. His wings actually flutter. And he says, if you wear that, it should help you.
He's writing it down.
It should help with the introduction to King. What's his name again? Gullup the 19th.
Where did pride?
Fly brooch.
With my wings.
I mean, so it's just him in here doing this.
Yeah.
There's no one else helping. Is there a reason why nobody else is helping to put out the fire?
Call it punishment.
For letting it happen?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. What happened? Why was this place set on fire? I heard that a balloon was stolen, and that around about that time, wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more, is when the fire started.
We believe that the fire was started in the process of the balloon heist as a way to cause a distraction, buy them time.
Why was the balloon heisted? Hoisted? Heist? I'm now stuck in my own head.
They blame, or the Bollywog Duke Ickrid just sort of says, I personally blame Sir Wigglewort. He was always a scurrilous coward. Wigglewort. He escaped with, one of our prisoners disappeared at the same time.
Which prisoner would that have been then?
It was a knight by the name of Sir Talvar.
Why was he a prisoner?
We were instructed to make him a prisoner.
Haven't seen him.
No.
Was it a big guy in armour, yeah?
We've seen the armour.
Well, I've seen some armour.
Yeah. No, he was a small purple flying dragony thing. They don't know what fairy dragon is, so the way they described it makes it very clear that the fairy dragon you freed was once their prisoner.
Yeah.
I mean, dragons are dangerous creatures. I wouldn't touch a dragon.
No,
Not when
no.
kept in a magic cage, they're not.
That's a big fucking cage. I'm assuming he means dragon.
Yeah. I imagine you were playing along with the fact that you have released their prisoner. As
Yeah.
he
What are you
was trying to
talking
explain,
about?
No, it was a small dragon.
That's why I'm saying knight. Oh, big guy in armour.
He had a sword like this knife.
Harrington's just hiding.
You saw nothing. Oh, that's very silly. Very silly. I wonder why he was captured. I wonder why
Yes,
this
it's a bad-
coward of a whatever his wiggle bottom was.
He must have done
Releasing
something to upset Pavlova.
Let's not upset
Pavlova.
Pavlova.
That's the hang, isn't it?
Pavlova.
That's the one.
Well, we're off to see the king. Thank you for this brooch. It'll probably, hopefully, come in handy. Although
It should.
apparently you're in his shit book for
The wonderful king of Downfall.
letting this happen. We'll make our way across the bridge. Unless anybody else had a question for me.
No, I think.
Stop killing my bugs.
This flat wooden
Can I
plank
break?
bridge, which spans the arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the centre of the bridge is a small figure that sits with its feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt in a cacophony of voices. Some indignant, others sympathetic. A few in the more distant row yell, "What? I couldn't hear what you were saying."
Harumph.
As you're walking over the bridge. So you start walking on the wooden bridge and realise there's just rows of bullywug heads on spikes.
That apparently
But
are
they-
very talkative.
I
No,
say they're
talkative.
talking to, yeah.
They're talking to each other, they're talking to the figure on the bridge as you sort of start
So,
approaching.
Once I approach the first talking head,
Yep.
I'm like, alright, okay. Have to ask. Where's the rest of your body?
Oh, I was beheaded several years ago. I was king
Several years ago.
some time ago.
Are there
I don't actually know how long
18
that
heads
was.
by any chance?
There are lots of heads. King. What was the name?
I just said there's
King
at least
Broth.
18 heads.
King what? Sorry?
King Bloff the 14th.
Bluff the 14th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you found another blue.
Is the job of king quite short here normally?
Oh yes, yeah.
Just as a
He says sort of,
wild speculation.
the head tries to
Sugar and
point
bomb.
sort of further down the road. You see that one? Harumph the second. 2 hours, and then the head sort of around them sort of start laughing at his thing.
Short tenure.
Um, And then one of the heads just says, "Yeah, I lasted a month. Look at you." So they appear to be trying to sort of, even in death, they're complaining about their rules, and the heads next to each other have a habit of arguing with each other. It's a month.
Well,
Yeah,
because
it was a
I'm-
month until I came
I was
along.
going to say, because it's probably as it progresses down, yeah, till I got you beheaded.
Yeah.
But you can see they have various injuries. You know, some
Yeah.
have clearly been arrows, knives, beheadings, boilings.
So, how is it that you're, without a body, still able to talk? That's where my... Like, if I took my friend's head off here on
What?
this bridge,
Hang on. Well,
say midway through,
we're not trying it.
The heads just sort of look at you. I was a king.
Only a king?
I'm a prince.
You feel free to try.
No.
You may be a prince, but we were kings.
I suppose that's one mark of kingship, the fact that your head will keep talking after the body is separated.
Yes.
Is it a crown?
Far too important to die, probably.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, as a way of proving royalty, all well and good, but it does kind of... yeah. Yeah, okay, it's proved you're the king, except now you're no longer the king because someone else is.
Maybe it's like president and they're always the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you are the king, you
You're
are
always the king.
you are always treated as a king.
Yeah, even without the body.
Maybe the body is the part that everybody listens to. It's the same body, they just change it.
Just have to take your head and put it on the old king's body.
I haven't had a proper look at these yet. They're the Lord of the Ring dice for magic.
Why do you need a D6 in magic?
Who knows?
Because rolling dice is not part of magic. Anyway, shouldn't be. So you are standing on the bridge with a... You're standing sort of at one end of the bridge. There is a figure sort of sitting on the side of the bridge, sort of midway down, but you've been waylaid by...
The heads. I'm still. I'm like 2 heads in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, Mr. President, nice to meet you.
But they do. Everyone has a very dim view of Gullop the 19th, sort of insisting that he is a weak king and that his rule will not last long. But they say that about everyone.
How long has he been king so far?
Oh, 10 days.
Oh, so he's been to some of you.
How dare you! I don't see a crown on your head.
Well, I only said some of you. I mean, some of you obviously lasted much longer.
Minor illusion. There you go.
It's not a real crown.
I have a crown of flames.
Let's go talk to this person in the middle of the bridge.
So the figure you see is a scarecrow. Might be the best way to describe him. He has sticks for legs, he's wearing boots, he's wearing trousers, he has a stuffed straw body, but he has crab claws for arms, and he is wearing a gourd as a head.
And a viciously
Wouldn't
sharp
happen to be
gourd.
called Clapperclaw, would you?
He would be. Yes. Hello, have you heard of me?
Yes.
As you sort of you say his name, the gourd on his head turns, and you hear the jangling of metal from within.
Does it sound like gold coins?
Make a perception check. Well, one of you can make it with advantage.
Too late.
You can make it with advantage. Ooh.
That will be a
So good. Have a soft tropical.
16.
It does sound like coins rattling around in his head.
Does have to pay a certain bartender's bill. We're here to collect. I'll put that to one side for later.
Who told you about Clapperclaw? Was it
That
Jingle
was
Jangle?
the lady from the inn. Because hence why he's not allowed in here anymore.
No,
Because-
I-
or is
I
that
thought-
someone
I
else?
think it was it the tree?
No, was it? Oh, it might be the
It was
tree.
a tree, yeah. That's what I've got it written down in here. So it's the same
I
sort of
can't
time.
remember who told you.
It was
Because stuff happened when
I
it's the
think-
funniest.
It was the same time we were around Jingle Jangle.
Yeah.
Oh, you were probably told by
You
the
might
hill.
have been told by the
By the
tree.
By the tree
Yeah.
on the hill.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. A tree
Still sounds
mentioned.
like money in his head.
A tree mentioned you.
That's nice of
This,
it.
this is one of the few places where that statement is actually not an odd statement. Might have druid, so.
Yeah, he's just sort of sitting over the bridge, sort of twiddling his legs.
I have heard you can get us between parts of
Hither, yon.
hither, yon, hither, thither,
Dither.
yon.
Yes, I know the way to thither.
Just thither, not yon.
Just thither, I'm afraid.
Okay. We need to go see the king, but
You planning on hanging around these heads for a while?
I've got nowhere else to go.
What do you say about that?
Do I want to hold off on the king until next week as the start point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll finish with Clapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, did we want to go and see the king before? Well, is he going to be here for a while? Obviously, entertaining all of the previous kings.
Yeah. So as you're sort of musing this, the head sort of says, "Oh, he's always here," and Clapperclaw just sort of sits there and goes, yeah. He says, "I've no intention to leave. Pavlova has my head."
Not this gourd.
"Oh, this isn't my head. My head was glorious. This gourd," and again shakes it, and you can hear some what sounds exactly like 3 copper rattling around inside his head.
Would it be like one of these heads? Would it?
No, it was a glorious head. It was where is it?
It's like Prince Charming from Shrek.
I have to imagine what that would be like.
It just has perfect smolder all the time.
You broke my smolder.
But yeah, he had at one point sort of like a giant stag type head with horns that was stolen from him. So now he's using a gourd as a makeshift head.
Fair enough,
It
if it
looks
works.
like a whole lot of his body is makeshift.
Do you know what
Well,
would make
it was
it even
made.
better? An even better head. An egg.
An owlbear egg.
You can have better feet with the boat.
Oh, give me a rabbit.
Frank is going nowhere.
The eggs go nowhere. Unless I get hungry.
I mean, yeah, we'll be back to talk to Clapperclaw, I think.
That's fine, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think getting the king's blessing is a little bit more important right now.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Totally.
I suspect, given everything that we discussed with the balloon, that they're not necessarily going to be on our side, but there's no need they be.
Well, yeah.
They did fight to defend you against the
No,
Merrick.
Well, yes.
but it's more of a we're here to. Obviously, this is out of character. Out of
Yes.
character now.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're here to restore the original power, whereas I think these guys kind of like the hand
new
being in
power.
charge.
Or at
Find
least
out.
they're under it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that is where we will end this session with you meeting Clapperclaw on a head full of heads of state.